Number 10. Taylor Swift. Taylor and Hailey have both had their trouble with being involved in drama over the years. However, they haven't had direct problems between each other up until recently. The social media drama happened when a video resurfaced showing Hailey and the rapper Method Man during an episode of Drop the Mic. In the clip, Hailey was seen rolling her eyes and sticking out her tongue when Method Man said, "Hollywood's top stars face off in a one-on-one battle, full of the meanest lyrics about celebrities since Taylor Swift's last album." The video even made it to Selena Gomez's For You page. But unfortunately for Hailey, Selena was quick to defend her friend and commented, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game. We all know how close Taylor and Selena are, so of course this isn't going to help Hailey in her case of not being a mean girl." Selena even said when talking about Taylor, "I never fit in with the cool girls that are celebrities. My only friend in the industry really is Taylor. So I remember feeling like I didn't belong." This leaves fans wondering if maybe there was some bad blood before this that led to her gagging over Taylor. Though the two were never necessarily close, it doesn't seem like there was much hatred beforehand. Hailey even shared her positive feedback online about the film Cats, which Taylor started, saying, "My Christmas gift from the universe is the release of Cats the movie." Rumors have also been surfacing as to if this could be an extension of the feud between Taylor and Justin Bieber, not only from the history between Justin and her best friend Selena, but because he is also close to his manager Scooter Braun. This is also the man that bought all of her music catalog and who she claims bullied her alongside Justin. Though Taylor has not yet publicly said anything about Hailey, it really does seem tense, but we all know she is Team Selena. Number 9. Selena Gomez. Selena and Hailey have had a long and complex relationship through the years. They both met Justin Bieber back in 2009, and from then they have both had an interesting relationship with the singer. Hailey even tweeted her support for the couple back in 2010 when she was just 13. But since Justin and Hailey's marriage in 2018, the media has pitted them against each other, which they have both attempted to shut down, up until recently with the eyebrow drama. In a now deleted post, sharing that she laminated her brow a little bit too much. Within a few hours, Kylie Jenner posted a selfie on her Instagram story with the caption, "This was an accident?" Clearly fans and the media were convinced she was just throwing shade at Selena, considering the text was placed over her brows. She then went on to post a screenshot of a FaceTime between her and Hailey, which was zoomed in on both of their eyebrows. This spiraled all over social media, with most fans coming to the support of Selena. The singer hasn't been one to get involved in social media drama and has even gone off the platforms to preserve her peace in the past. But when this began getting out of control, Kylie saw the video and explained the bullying against Selena. She commented, "This is reaching. No shade towards Selena ever, and I didn't even see her eyebrow posts. You guys are making something out of nothing and this is silly." To which Selena responded, "Agreed." Though Hailey hasn't publicly said anything about this alleged drama, Selena is clearly over it. After sharing a makeup tutorial on TikTok, she wrote in the comments, "Thank you and love you all so much. I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you humans. You make me unbelievably happy." She then added, "Please be kinder and consider others' mental health. My heart has been so heavy and I only want good for everyone. All my love." Number 8. Shawn Mendes. The relationship or situationship between Hailey and Shawn is a bit complicated. Shawn more or less has admitted they were involved in the past, but they both refused to put a label on their past relationship. Shawn said in an interview with Rolling Stone, "I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it was more of a zone of limbo." After being seen holding hands during Halloween and then cuddling over the holidays, it seemed that they were keeping it pretty casual, probably due to the distance. The two ended up being each other's date to the Met Gala in May, but by June, Hailey was already back with Justin and engaged just a month later. At the time, Shawn claimed he wasn't bitter, saying to Patrick Doyle from the Rolling Stones, "I get it, you know. I'm really happy for them." Patrick said when recalling this conversation, "It seems like he might be about to say something more about how it all went down, but he stops himself. You can't control your heart." Though he has never publicly said anything bad about Hailey, they did have an awkward encounter at the 2021 Met Gala. Camila Cabello, Shawn, and the Biebers all ran into each other. Shawn lightly hugged but barely looked at Hailey, focusing more on Justin. The interaction lasted no more than a few seconds, but a few fans thought the whole thing was very cringeworthy. What do you guys think Shawn's true thoughts about Hailey really are. Number 7. Miley Cyrus. During an episode of Carpool Karaoke, Miley made a surprise appearance when Kendall Jenner and Hailey were singing Party in the USA. Later in the episode, Miley and Hailey revealed that they have known each other since they were kids, and the singer even admitted to bullying Hailey in the past. Miley says, "I would be evil to her. She would try to play with us and we would lock her out of the room and just be evil." She went on to say, "I had to. I made you who you are, you know. It made you stronger. Now you can take the trolls because I was such a troll." Hailey replied by saying, "She prepared me for the industry." Though Miley hasn't commented recently on Hailey, Selena has shown her love for Miley in a recent Instagram post. After posting a makeup-less selfie, she captioned the photo with "Violet Chemistry." Violet Chemistry is a song on Miley's new album Endless Summer Vacation. This seems to be enough for fans to assume Selena is for Miley and most likely vice versa. Not only that, but she looks like she doesn't follow Hailey on Instagram anymore, but she does follow Selena. Number 6. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez and Selena Gomez have publicly showed love for each other in the past. Selena even took to Instagram after seeing JLo's concert in 2018 and messaged the singer saying, "I wanted to tell you how much you inspired me tonight. I haven't felt that free in my entire life. I love you so much." JLo then shared the message on her own Instagram saying, "I love you, Selena." We all know they are close, and maybe that's the reason JLo ended up unfollowing Hailey on her platforms. Either way, there could be more to this relationship going on behind the scenes, or maybe it's just a friend supporting a friend. Number 5. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has been pretty public about her thoughts on Hailey and the Baldwin family in general over the years. When Hailey and Justin got engaged in July 2018, Wendy seemed to have some opinions on the whole thing. She said in her show to her studio audience, "I think the Baldwins look at Bieber as a cash cow. I think Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's father, likes to be more relevant again to young people in pulp culture, and Bieber is a quick way to do that. I don't believe this marriage will last." This isn't the first time Wendy has bashed the relationship though. Just 3 days before the couple even got engaged, Wendy said on her show that Hailey only has Justin's attention until Selena comes back into the picture. She also commented on Hailey's engagement ring, speculating that Justin most likely had that ring for a while and was planning on giving it to Selena. Not only that, but she also applauded Kylie Jenner and said that she upstaged the bride, referring to Kylie's look at Hailey and Justin's wedding. At the end of the day, it just seems like she's not really a fan of the model. Number 4. Patty Millette. Let's talk about Justin Bieber's mom, Patty. Fans have speculated that Patty has been sharing her subtle opinions on the feud between Hailey and Selena through her tweets. At the end of February, during the whole ordeal, she said, "Hate is ugly. Don't be ugly." Though we're not entirely sure if she's defending her daughter-in-law or Selena. One user wrote, "Bullying and body shaming in 2023 at this big age is so childish and disgusting. She needs to be stopped. Your daughter-in-law has been bullying Selena for years. We are tired. Please tell her to leave our girl alone." Other fans though believe Patty's tweet could be a way of siding with Selena due to her past speculations of her true feelings toward Hailey. Before Justin's engagement to Hailey, Patty's Twitter bio read, "Yes, Justin Bieber is my son. I have many other great qualities besides being his mom." Though this was her bio for quite a while, she later removed it, and things began believing something wasn't right between the mother and son. Fans speculated that due to the new engagement to Hailey, she didn't want to reference her son anymore in her bio. Patty even went on to like tweets about fast engagements. This left social media users wondering if Patty's recent tweet is in support of her son's ex or for her daughter-in-law. Number 3. Pia Mia. Former best friend of Kylie Jenner, Pia has now taken the side on the drama with Hailey and Selena, and it looks to fans as though she's chosen Selena. Pia uploaded a video to her TikTok account of a Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. She even used Selena and Rima's song Calm Down in the background. Her fan loved the public support of the singer, and many took to the comments. One user wrote, "We hear you loud and clear, queen," as well as "Pia has spoken without saying a thing." Another added, "Staying on the right side of history, I see." Though she has never said she hated Hailey, it appears she might just like Selena a little bit more. Number 2. Jenna Ortega. It seems the drama continues for Hailey, and it's looking like some celebs just aren't in support of her publicly. After Hailey lost more than 700,000 followers in just 4 days, you can assume some of those were celebrity peers. One of those being Jenna Ortega. But she does still currently follow Selena, which can't be a great feeling for Hailey. It looks like the drama continues as more and more celebrities are being a bit more open about their thoughts on both Selena and Hailey. What do you guys think about Jenna unfollowing following Hailey. And number 1, we have Jordyn Woods. Jordyn Woods, who is another one of Kylie Jenner's former best friends, but they seem to have a falling out after Jordyn was accused of kissing Tristan Thompson. Kylie even ended putting Jordy lip kit on sale during the peak of the scandal. Now more recently, we know how close Kylie and Hailey have gotten, leaving many fans interested if Jordyn would have something to say about the drama that is currently going on. And it seems she did, and it's definitely not as subtle as an unfollow on Instagram. Jordyn took to her Snap story at the end of February, shouting out Selena's makeup brand, Rare Beauty. She wrote, "Love this lip liner," before showing the product and writing, "If you're wondering about the shade color." Fans seem to love this love towards Selena and diss to Hailey and Kylie. One Twitter user wrote, "Watching Jordyn Woods' Snap story, not her posting a Rare Beauty lip liner. I love that." Fans couldn't get over her posting, with another writing, "Jordyn Woods posting Selena's lip liner, what a queen," and adding Jordyn wearing Rare Beauty lip liner during the whole drama. If you know, you know.
How's it going, IO? I'm your host Bridget Shields, and this video is part 2 of the top 10 celebrities that hate Hailey Bieber. Number 10, Jennifer Stone. The Wizards of Waverly Place actress has an incredible bond with Selena Gomez. So of course, when she became the center of drama with Hailey, Jennifer came to her defense. In a TikTok that was posted on March the 14th, she was mouthing along to an audio that said, "People should shut the F up, back the F off, and let this woman shine her light." It seemed like she might have been talking directly to Hailey Bieber. In the caption she wrote, "When people try to mess with my people, back off." She then added several hashtags like the word grow up, jealousy, shine your light, and Team Selena. The video was one of the biggest ways that Jennifer was showing her support and picking her team. She posted it just a few weeks after she had Selena on as a guest on her new podcast, the Wizards of Waverly Pod. It was really great to see the two of them back together again. Interestingly enough, it was then that Selena admitted that her time on the show was the happiest that she's ever been in her whole life. So unlike a lot of other Disney kids, she actually has fond memories of that time in her life. She also said that her biggest regret was not staying in touch with her co-stars after the show wrapped. Number 9, Camila Cabello. The singer chose to support her friend by unfollowing Hailey Bieber on Instagram. The former Fifth Harmony singer was always really close with Selena, and the two of them regularly help each other cope with the downsides of fame. Camila has talked about their friendship so many times. In a recent interview with People magazine, she said that Selena is somebody that's always been so supportive, a really great friend, and a person with great values. Quote, "She's super empathetic, loyal, and honest. We have our own little group and we hang out and all of our conversations are real." Camila went on to say that she loves how vulnerable Selena is and how she doesn't pretend to be someone that she isn't. She went on to say, "I feel like she's just never pretending and I don't feel like I have to pretend around her. Those are the most worthwhile friendships." So that is all the reason that she needs to support Selena, but it's not surprising that she's actually not a fan of Hailey Bieber herself. In 2018, Hailey and Shawn Mendes hit the Met Gala red carpet together, which fueled speculation that they might have been a couple. As we all know, Hailey would go on to get engaged to Justin just months later, and Shawn would begin dating Camila the following year. Then in 2021, they all ran into each other again at the Met Gala, and things were more than a little awkward. Number 8, Zayn Malik. In the midst of all the recent internet beef, the former 1D member followed Selena on TikTok. This is really interesting because he only follows 18 people on that platform, so his decision to follow her made it pretty clear who he was supporting in the feud. Selena followed him back just days later, which has led some people to believe that there could even be some kind of romance happening. What's really funny is that his mom followed her too, so obviously she's keeping up with all the drama and has chosen to be Team Selena. From this point on, a lot of fans started talking about the possibility of them getting together. In the past, Selena actually said that if he asked her out, she would have accepted. Interestingly enough, Zayn's ex-girlfriend Gigi Hadid was directly involved in the theory called Dubaigate. This is about the trip that Selena took with Gigi and Kendall back in 2014 to celebrate the new year. The theory is that the two of them brought Selena to Dubai that year just so that Hailey could spend more time with Justin, which obviously she did. The crazy part is that Kylie herself actually favorited the video, so now people think that there definitely is some truth to the rumors. Number 7, Jeffree Star. The beauty guru came through with an absolutely vicious review of Road Skin, where he basically trashes one of the PR packages that was sent to him. In the TikTok video, he starts off by calling the packaging boring, before opening up the box to find a picture of Hailey posing with her products. Then he makes fun of her facial expression and says she literally looks like she wants to die. Some people think that Jeffree went way too far with his criticism. He also said that the whole reason Hailey thought she could make a skincare brand is because she's privileged, uses daddy's money, and has never worked a day in her life. He then looks straight into the camera and says, "In this house we are Team Selena, and we are team not bullying anyone." Although the video was labeled as a review, Jeffree never actually gets to it. Instead, he literally throws her products into the trash can. The clip was eventually eventually taken down by TikTok because of complaints, as many people thought it was straight up bullying. Obviously, he didn't have any intention of testing out her skincare line, it was just an opportunity to dunk on Hailey. Although a lot of people agreed with him, others said things like, imagine having Jeffree Star on your side, oh, you're definitely in the wrong. Number 6, Lily Reinhart. The Riverdale actress was quick to unfollow Hailey Bieber on Instagram when the drama started. The two of them never really seemed to be friends, but she did make it pretty clear which side she chose on social media. And she's not the only one. A lot of fans and fellow celebrities believe that Hailey essentially bullied Selena off social media. This theory came about when she posted a picture of herself on Instagram and made a video explaining why she was going to be leaving the platform, at least temporarily. She said, I'm going to be taking a second from social media because this is a little silly. I'm 30, I'm too old for this. In the comment section of her post, fans came out in support and expressed disappointment at the fact that she was going offline. While Selena's Instagram was flooded with supportive comments, Hailey's was the complete opposite. In fact, she's now being dragged for literally everything, even taking Justin Bieber's last name. One viral post on Twitter said, it's funny to me how Hailey slapped the Bieber last name on her online presence immediately, while other celebrities stick with their maiden names because they are already established on their own. For a while, it seemed like everyone had a theory about how she was just using Justin's last name for things like fame or social status. Number 5, Harry Styles. The singer is yet another celebrity who was said to have unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. This one was a little more unexpected given how close he is with Kendall Jenner, as the two of them used to date before going back to being just friends. All three women, Kendall, Kylie, and Hailey, attended Harry's Love on tour in November. They were caught on video dancing around in watermelon cowboy hats and hugging each other. Although Harry is friends with all of them, it's possible that he didn't approve of the way things went down with Selena Gomez, because most people think that Hailey, Kendall, and Kylie teamed up against her online. The three of them posted a TikTok lip-syncing to audio that said, I'm not saying she deserves it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right. They have since deleted the video, but some people perceive this as the girls mocking Selena. This was around the same time that Selena faced a ton of body shaming trolls after paparazzi photos came out of her in a swimsuit while she was on a vacation in Mexico. Even though she's publicly discussed her health issues like lupus, the criticism got so bad that she felt the need to yet again address her weight gain. She took to TikTok to tell fans that her weight fluctuates depending on her medications. Number 4, Olivia Wilde. This is just another case of friends standing up for friends. Olivia was another celebrity that unfollowed Hailey when the online feud escalated. The reason being is that she's always been very close with Selena, and she obviously decided to support her friend. The two of them really hit it off when they worked together on Big Slick, which is a charity organization helping kids recover from cancer. Back in 2019, Selena shared some photos of herself cuddling up to Olivia, and another one of Paul Rudd randomly wearing a t-shirt with her childhood photo printed on it. But it's not just her fellow celebrity friends that have been showing their support. This internet drama has brought a ton of fans over to Selena's side. Since the start of the feud, she's gained a whopping 20 million followers on Instagram. She's now the first and only woman to achieve 400 million followers on the platform. But for Kylie and Hailey, the alleged mean girls in the situation, they have lost out on followers big time, around 1 million each to be exact. Hailey lost around 900,000 followers on Instagram and more than 400,000 on TikTok since the drama started. So now Hailey will have a massive uphill battle if she ever hopes to win back fans to her side, because as it stands, she's never been more unpopular. Number 3, Manny MUA. The beauty vlogger was one of the many makeup artists to make fun of the way that Hailey Bieber does her makeup. This became a bit of a meme when she started filming Get Ready With Me videos, and people noticed that she uses very little product on her face, like literally 3 dots. She would take a concealer and apply a couple of dots on her face and blend it out until it was almost invisible. It wasn't long before creators on TikTok started making a parody of this in their own videos. Manny MUA did the same thing, where he put almost no foundation on his face and still pretended that he had something to blend. He then put on Hailey's signature brownie glazed lips to finish off the look. This is something that she got a ton of criticism for when she first came up with the name. Hailey was called out for appropriating a makeup technique that's predominantly been worn by women of color since the 90s. As the brownie glazed lips trend took off, it led to an influx of white influencers recreating the look and crediting her as their inspiration. The controversy eventually opened up a much needed conversation around cultural appropriation in beauty practices, especially when it comes to trends that are popularized on platforms like TikTok. Number 2, Mooney Long. The singer-songwriter is another one of the celebrities supporting Selena Gomez. Back in February, Mooney posted a video on TikTok making it clear whose side that she was taking. In the video, she sings along to Selena's hit song Who Says and wrote her name in the caption. Fans were absolutely loving the subtlety of it all. Someone commented, "I love that you said nothing but so much in this video. photo. We love nice, kind, supporting women. Unfortunately, it seems like Hailey just doesn't have as many people in her corner. Fans have been particularly vocal about expressing their disdain for her. It's even showing up on Justin's Instagram. A few days ago, he posted a photo from what looks like a romantic beach getaway with Hailey. While some of the comments seem to be happy that he was finally posting about his wife, most of them were predictably negative. People started writing all kinds of things like, "Hailey, please give Justin his phone back," and "blink if you need help." In fact, if you just take a look at his Instagram, on every single photo that features Hailey, there are hate comments that follow. At this point, no matter who you support, you just have to laugh at how far this whole thing has gone. And coming in at number 1, Justin Bieber. In the midst of the drama, fans have continually brought up one interview of Justin talking about the downsides of his relationship with Hailey. Apparently, he struggled after realizing that his marriage wouldn't instantly make him a better person. He said, "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't." He went on to say that he felt like a hypocrite because he wanted Hailey to do something that he wasn't going to do for himself. Although Justin was obviously speaking from the heart here, many fans were mocking the video, saying that he only feels that way because he's with the wrong person. Shortly after they tied the knot, Hailey and Justin did an interview with Vogue, where they both talked about going to a marriage counselor. Hailey said, "The thing is, marriage is very, very hard. That is a sentence you should lead with. It's really effing hard," which is something that they could both agree on. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get a divorce, but some people would say it's not exactly a good sign.
Number 10, Tom Holland. Tom Holland, the star from Spider-Man, shared how his meeting with Gwyneth went. During a trivia game with Pop Sugar, Tom admitted how brokenhearted he was when Gwyneth didn't even know his name after working together. He recalled the meeting by saying, "I mean, I've worked with Gwyneth one time on Spider-Man Homecoming," which she doesn't remember. He continued by laughing and saying, "To this day, still breaks my heart. Since their working together was brief, it's clear she didn't think too much of it," after publicly posting that she basically had no clue who Tom Holland was. Tom goes on to share, saying, "One time when we were shooting Avengers Endgame, she came up to me and asked me for a photo with me and Robert Downey Jr. Gwyneth went on to post this photo with the caption, 'Happy birthday dear heart, love me and the other guy in the photo.' But it seems Gwyneth might not only have problems with names, but with the movies she's been in. While Gwyneth was chatting to John in an episode of The Chef, she appeared to be shocked to learn that she was in Spider-Man at all. She said to John, 'We weren't in Spider-Man,' to which she responded by saying, 'Yes, we were. Homecoming. You were in Spider-Man.' John went on to say, 'Remember Spider-Man at the end and Tom Holland's there and you're going to walk out and do a press conference?' Which seems to jog her memory enough, saying, 'Oh yes, that was Spider-Man? Oh my god.' Looks like even if they do work together in the future, Gwyneth still may not remember. Number 9, we have Jessica Alba. Gwyneth has never been one to shy away from her true feelings and telling the public all about them. Back in 2014, she did just that. Coming out with a newsletter called The Dirty on Getting Clean, she shared her opinions on which brands were safe, non-toxic, and environmentally friendly for household cleaning. Gwyneth used this letter to share her true thoughts on Jessica Alba's lifestyle brand, The Honest Company, giving her all-purpose cleaner a C letter grade, writing about Jessica's product, saying, "May contain ingredients with potential acute, aquatic toxicity, and respiratory effects, nervous system effects as well." Which it seems Gwyneth wasn't the only one to throw shade when Jessica looked to diss Gwyneth's advice. She went on to say, "Gwyneth Paltrow probably lives a very similar lifestyle, but I didn't grow up with a bunch of money, so my tips are much more grounded, repurposing things and making things at home." With all that tension appearing to be happening between the two, I can't imagine there'll be a Goop and Honest Company collab anytime soon. Number 8, we have Reese Witherspoon. Though the two seem to be pals nowadays, it hasn't always been that way, especially back in 2006 with Gwyneth publicly shading Reese to The Guardian. She said in the interview, "Even actresses that you really admire, like Reese Witherspoon, you think, another romantic comedy? You know, you see her in something like Walk the Line and think, God, you're so great. And then you think, why is she doing all these stupid romantic comedies?" But of course, it's for money and status. Since this comment, it seems the two are on good terms, even with Gwyneth wishing her a happy birthday on her Instagram just this past week. Maybe Reese is more forgiving than others would be after hearing that comment, or Gwyneth said her apologies in private. But what do you guys think about that relationship? Number 7, we have Martha Stewart, said to be a one-sided iconic feud spanning over a decade. Martha Stewart and Gwyneth Paltrow most likely won't be working together anytime soon. The passive aggressiveness seems to have started around 2013 when Martha made an appearance on Bloomberg television. When asked about Gwyneth and her lifestyle brand Goop, Martha said, "I haven't eaten at Gwyneth's house and I don't know how she lives. But if she's authentic, all the better. I certainly hope she is." The passive part of the aggression ended there though. When being profiled by Net, a Porter's magazine in 2014, she spoke about Gwyneth again, saying she just needs to be quiet. She's a movie star. If she were confident in her acting, she wouldn't be trying to be Martha Stewart. Later that same year, Martha made another dig at the star, publishing a Thanksgiving piece titled Conscious Coupling, which was a diss at Gwyneth's announcement at consciously uncoupling her ex-boyfriend Chris Martin. Martha didn't stop there though. During an interview on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Martha revealed her opinion on Gwyneth's vagina smelling candle that is simply called "This Smells Like My Vagina." Martha shared, "I'm sure it's sold out. She does that kind of thing irritatingly. She's trying to zhuzh up the public to listen to her, and that's great, let her do her thing. But I wouldn't buy that candle." Gwyneth hasn't said much about this feud aside from the time she addressed some of Martha's comments back in 2014. She said at the time, "No one has ever said anything bad about me before, and I'm shocked and devastated," jokingly adding, "I'll try to recover." Number 6, we have Sebastian Stan, another star that Gwyneth has seemingly forgotten working with, her co-star in the Marvel-verse, Sebastian Stan. The difference between this situation and Tom Holland's is she didn't forget him after one introduction, but 3. After Sebastian posted a photo online of himself, Gwyneth, and a few other high-class individuals, he wrote in the caption, "Thank you for inviting me to my first couture show. Also glad I got to reintroduce myself to Gwyneth Paltrow for the 3rd time," adding, "We were in the same film." When fans began asking about this occurrence, Sebastian came forward to say the comment was more of a jab at himself than anything, adding, "I was just trying to make a joke out of myself, to be honest. We were at this event, and especially at some of the fashion events for me, I feel a little out of my element." He went on to say, "I went up to her and was like, 'Hey, by the way, I'm Sebastian.' She sort of gave me this look and I was like, 'From Avengers, we met.' I'm not sure if she remembered me. It was a weird moment and I was like, oh my god, I've introduced myself to this poor woman a 3rd time. She must think I'm a crazy person." Regardless, it seems Gwyneth just isn't one to remember superheroes apparently. Number 5, we have Madonna. Both Madonna and Gwyneth were riding high in the late 1990s thanks to Gwyneth's performance in Shakespeare in Love and Madonna's hit album Ray of Light. But it seems the two, regardless of how much they had in common at the time, didn't end up being friends forever. During an interview with British Vogue, Gwyneth revealed a situation she was having with a friend, saying, "I'm having a situation where I'm feeling pretty angry." Rumors were circulating that Madonna wasn't being very nice to Gwyneth's good friend and trainer Tracy Anderson. An insider shared that same year that their relationship had been a bit on the rocks, revealing, "I can't tell you exactly why they had a falling out, but Gwyneth can be jealous and competitive." Speculation continued to grow that Gwyneth was holding a bit of grudge after Madonna fired Tracy, who was their shared trainer. During an interview with The Telegraph not long after, Gwyneth explained that she was happy Madonna wasn't working with the trainer anymore, saying, "Yes, it's good that Tracy doesn't train Madonna anymore. It was just too much. She keeps people waiting and it takes up your whole day." Things really seemed to come to a head though with the stars during the 2013 Met Gala, when Madonna allegedly snubbed her former friend. A source close to the two that night told the press, "Madonna chatted with Beyonce for most of the evening and didn't even glance at Gwyneth. Everybody talked about it." Not long after, it looked as though Gwyneth hit back during an interview when asked who had the best abs between the two. She said at the time, "Why rub it in? Let's face it, I'll Polaroid my abs right now and text them to her." Regardless of what the true reason was for their break in a friendship, it seems the mutual dislike has lasted this long between the stars. Number 4, we have Graydon Carter. Graydon Carter was an editor and journalist for Vanity Fair from 1992 to 2017, and during that time he had plans to allegedly expose Gwyneth. Rumors began circulating in 2013 that in the March issue of the editor's letter, Vanity Fair was going to publish an expose on Gwyneth. The article was set to include her alleged infidelity, friend breaks, and much more. The New York Times reported at the time that Gwyneth was calling all of her friends, asking them not to speak to Vanity Fair for this upcoming story. Graydon assigned a writer to the piece saying, "It was just what had been assigned, a reasoned, reported essay on the hate-love fest that encircles Gwyneth Paltrow. I thought it perfectly explained the whole phenomenon. But it seems it wasn't as juicy as he wanted it to be," saying it was a far cry from the almost mythical mythical story that people were now expecting. The epic takedown filled with bombshell revelations I decided to sit on for a while. After taking some time to think about it, the editor decided it wasn't enough to please the anti-Gwynethites. Even though it wasn't published in the end, I can't imagine Gwyneth was too pleased about the threat. Number 3. Kate Moss. Kate Moss and Gwyneth Paltrow never seemed to have any publicized disagreements in the past, even looking to be pretty close when they were in their 20s. But that all seemed to change in 2012. During Sir Philip Green's birthday celebrations in Mexico, the two allegedly went head to head. It is reported that Kate asked Gwyneth why she was out jogging, to what she responded by saying, "So I don't look like you when I get old." It's claimed that Kate then threw her chips at the star and shouted, "Why don't you eat some effing carbs?" The insider told the press, the spat was a talk of dinner. Everyone was having a giggle about it. Not long after the story became public, a spokesperson for Gwyneth told the press, "There's no such fight, this is all a fabrication." Though the two seem to have known each other for quite some time, they don't really look like they move in the same circles. And at number 2, we have Winona Ryder. Winona and Gwyneth were reportedly very tight back in the 90s, even dating Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, who were best friends at the time, making for some pretty iconic double dates I can imagine. But that all seemed to come crashing down after some pretty intense allegations. The story goes that when Gwyneth came to visit her friend's house, she spotted the script for the film Shakespeare in Love. Allegedly, after seeing the role and falling in love with it, she went behind Winona's back and contacted her agent to get an audition for the leading role. This of course caused major tension between the stars, as it was reported that Winona was set to get the role before her former BFF was cast. To put salt in the wound, the movie won Best Picture at the Academy Award, and Gwyneth received an Oscar for Best Actress. When asked about these allegations in 2015, Gwyneth said in an interview, "I swear to God I did not. I'm raising my right hand on the Bible, I swear to God." She also confirmed that the two hadn't seen or spoken to each other much over the years, claiming that her former friend's jealousy caused her to make up lies. Even in a 2009 Goop newsletter, Gwyneth came out with a post titled "Evil Tongue and Living in Negativity." In the post, she referred to a frenemy who is set on taking her down. Of course, many assumed this had to be related to Winona. Gwyneth wrote, "I was deeply upset, I was angry, I was all those things you imagine when you find out someone you thought you liked was venomous and dangerous." Though she never confirmed who she was talking about, I think the answer seems pretty clear. And at number 1, we have Simon Stevens. Simon Stevens, the NHS England chief executive, is not a fan of Gwyneth and her brand Goop. Simon is definitely someone you would want on your side when you're releasing a new series all about your lifestyle brand on Netflix. After checking out her series, Simon shared his opinions on what he calls dubious wellness products and dodgy procedures. During a talk at an academic event, Simon said, "Her brand peddles psychic vampire repellent, says chemical sunscreen is a bad idea, and promotes colonic irrigation and DIY coffee enema machine, despite them all carrying considerable risk to the health." Netflix came out with a statement about this series, saying, "The series is designed to entertain, not provide medical advice." Along with this, a spokesperson for Goop said, "It is transparent when we cover emerging topics, they may be unsupported by science, and they may be in early stages of review." Regardless, Simon made it clear he believes the whole thing is spreading misinformation. I definitely can't imagine he's the biggest fan of the star after that talk. Number 10. Justin Bieber. With all the drama surrounding Hailey the past couple of months, many fans believed that Justin would take this opportunity to defend his wife. But maybe he just didn't get the memo. A source addressed the speculation and told ET, "Hailey and Justin are doing fine. They don't want to continually deal with this repetitive, ongoing former relationship drama." Going on to say, they are just taking things day by day and don't want this to be something that impacts them negatively. Even with that being said, you have to admit it is a little strange that he didn't walk the red carpet with Hailey at the Oscars. Hailey looked to be left alone to a pretty awkward red carpet moment. In a now viral TikTok video, it shows Hailey attempting to pose for photos while many other celebrities walk behind her, ruining all of her shots. Luckily, he did show up for the Vanity Fair after party though, but speculations about the rockiness of their relationship was only fueled when Justin turned up to reportedly look tormented. A source told Page 6 he came through a back entrance and met Hailey inside, adding, "Justin did not look well. He was hunched over and wearing a blanket." Other Hollywood observers claimed that at the party, the star seemed tormented and just weird. On Instagram, the two seemed to look pretty loving despite the drama though. But do you think it's Justin that's in control of this posting? Many fans believe Hailey could be running both accounts in order to show the world that the relationship is perfectly fine. Though it seems he does of course love his wife, many believe he wouldn't want to associate himself too much with her work-wise as she continues to get boycotted. Number 9. Jeffree Star. Jeffree, the YouTuber and makeup influencer shared his opinion on Hailey and her skincare brand Rhode, and many fans seem to agree. In a TikTok video, Jeffree shares his take on the brand, starting off by saying, "Okay, so the packaging is boring," before adding, "In this house we are Team Selena and we are not bullying anyone." When he goes back to the packaging, he points out a photo of Hailey and says, "And when I open it up, girl, focus. Oh my god, that face is like, why did I do this? Why did I create a skincare brand?" Even adding, "So when you're privileged and use daddy's money and you've never worked a day in your life, I guess this is what we're doing." Jeffree held up the package above his kitchen trash can and said to his viewers, "So we're going to skip today's review and just like Shawn Mendes, bye," referring to her brief relationship with Shawn Mendes before getting engaged to Justin. While some fans did side with the influencer, others wrote that this is bullying, which is what he claimed he wasn't going to do. Even with Jeffree's approach being quite loud and public, many other fans were left wondering about Hailey behind the scenes, as more and more celebrities have unfollowed her on all of her platforms. One user commented on the video saying, "No way he just tagged her, iconic," with another adding, "Oh my god, he's so messy, I love it." Many other fans commented asking for a review on Selena's brand Rare Beauty, which she uploaded not long after. And rather than a short video of throwing it in the trash like Hailey's, Selena got a 4-part review, with lots of compliments of course. Jeffree threw in at the end saying, "These products are giving, and it's not just the beauty light, it's not just my skin, I'm impressed." Selena and Rihanna, those are the celebrities that have done it right. Clearly, it looks as though Jeffree won't be working with Hailey in the future after that. Number 8. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has been pretty public about her thoughts on Hailey and the Baldwin family over the years. When Hailey and Justin got engaged in July 2018, Wendy seemed to have some opinions on the whole thing, even claiming right off the bat how she doesn't think it's gonna last. Saying at the time, "I don't think this marriage will last. Look, right after the honeymoon, he's already doing a drive-by at Selena's." She went on to say to her audience, "I think the Baldwins look at Justin as a cash cow. I think Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's father, likes to be more relevant again to young people in pop culture, and Justin is a quick way to do that. I don't believe this marriage will last." This isn't the first time Wendy has bashed the relationship though. Just 3 days before the couple got engaged, Wendy said in her show that Hailey only has Justin's attention until Selena comes back into the picture. She also commented on Hailey's engagement ring, speculating that Justin most likely had that ring for a while and was planning on giving it to Selena. Not only that, but she applauded Kylie Jenner and said that she upstaged the bride, referring to Kylie's look at Hailey and Justin's wedding. At the end of the day, it looks like she's just really not a fan of the model. Number 7. Shawn Mendes. The relationship or situationship between Hailey and Shawn is a bit complicated. Shawn more or less has admitted they were involved in the past, but they both refused to put a label on their past relationship. Shawn said in an interview with Rolling Stone, "I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it's more of a zone of limbo." After being seen holding hands during Halloween and then cuddling over the holidays, it seemed like they were keeping it pretty casual due to the distance. The two ended up being each other's date to the Met Gala in May, but by June, Hailey was back with Justin and engaged just a month later. At the time, Shawn claimed he wasn't bitter, saying to Patrick Doyle from the Rolling Stone, "I get it, you know, I'm really happy for them." Patrick said when recalling this relationship, "It seems like he might have something more to say about it and how it all went down, but he stops himself. You can't control your heart." Though he has never publicly said anything bad about Hailey, they did have an awkward encounter at the 2021 Met Gala. Camila Cabello, Shawn, and the Biebers all ran into each other. Shawn lightly hugged but barely looked at Hailey, focusing more on Justin. The interaction lasted no more than a few seconds, but a few fans thought the whole thing was cringeworthy. Oddly enough, it has been reported that this alleged triangle actually brought a bromance between Justin and Shawn, and I have to admit it's a bit of a strange start to a friendship. Number 6. Zayn Malik. Dating rumors have been circulating about Zayn Malik and Selena Gomez recently, with the initial start being when he unfollowed Hailey in the midst of the feud only to begin following Selena. Looks like the two went on to make things a little bit more public after a video emerged on TikTok where a user claimed to see the couple on a date. Allegedly looking pretty cozy, the user admits to viewers that the two went on a date to a restaurant in New York City and were seen kissing. Though this is all rumored for now, an inside source reportedly told Entertainment Tonight that their initial date involved hand-holding and kissing, revealing that the two were obviously very comfortable with each other. Of course, this is pretty new news. Neither Zayn or Selena have confirmed or denied these rumors, but fans are hopeful. It does appear that things could be heating up between the stars, after even more recently, Selena was spotted having dinner with Zayn's assistant. According to the press, the two were seen walking side by side after leaving Nobu together. As these allegations continue to surface, it looks like Zayn is all for Selena, and with the recent feud with Hailey, I can't imagine he'll be pushing for any collaborations anytime soon. Number 5. Lady Gaga. Though she has never publicly said anything negative about Hailey, she did show her love for Selena late February. In a post, Selena compared herself to the supermodel Bella Hadid, with a caption that read, "I wish I was as pretty as Bella Hadid. Girl crush." Lady Gaga took this opportunity to run straight to the comment section and wrote, "You look and are beautiful inside and out, and one of my favorite ladies alive." Though she made it clear her love, it looks like the drama was a bit too much for the star, who ended up unfollowing both Hailey and Selena after. Through the years, Lady Gaga has always been publicly supportive of Selena though, so I'm sure that still stands. As for Hailey, it's a bit more unknown. But after writing about her love for Selena during the drama, I think it's clear where she stands with it. Number 4. Jennifer Stone. Jennifer Stone has had a long bond with Selena over the years, of course from working together on the show Wizards of Waverly Place. On March 14th, she took her stand though, and declared her forever allegiance to Team Selena. In a video posted to TikTok, Jennifer is seen lip-syncing to Jamie Lee Curtis' rant. "People should shut the F up, back the F off, and let this woman shine her light." She captioned the clip with, "When people try to mess with my people, back off." She didn't stop there though and added the hashtags grow up, jealousy, shine your light, women for women, and Team Selena. Fans love the blatant show of love, with many referencing how her character from the Disney show Harper had come to support her on-screen and off-screen friends. One fan wrote, "You all summoned Harper into this," with another adding, "I love how direct she is with the Team Selena." After watching the TikTok, I have to say it's pretty obvious Jennifer will never work with Hailey, and I'm sure the feeling is most likely mutual. Number 3. Chicks. Chicks, a TikTok account with 2.8 million followers, have really not held back from sharing their feelings on Hailey. The account posted a clip where one woman starts off by saying, "I hated Hailey Bieber for a long time. Everyone just hypes her up all the time, and I've always seen the mean girl in her." She continued by saying, "And I know it sounds like I'm just saying it now, but I've been saying it." Her co-host admitted to feeling the same way, saying she does give off that energy where she's like, "I'm better." Fans have been divided as to how they feel about these comments toward the model. One wrote, "How can you hate someone you don't even know?" with another adding, "Stop, enough, these are human beings and you guys aren't helping." For now, it's unconfirmed if Hailey has seen the video, but regardless, I doubt she will be invited to their TikTok after that. And number 2. Dr. Daniel Barnett. The Beverly Hills plastic surgeon, Dr. Daniel Barnett, blew up on TikTok after posting a viral video accusing Hailey Bieber of having work done on her face. After the video popped up, Daniel found himself in some hot water and was hit with a cease and desist letter from the couple's lawyers. The lawyers claimed he was using Hailey's name, image, likeliness without prior permission in order to advertise his own practice. They accused the doctor of spreading false claims that Hailey has undergone plastic surgery in the past. Hailey and Justin also accused the doctor of using copyrighted protected lyrics from Justin Bieber's song being in the video. In the video, it shows 2 photos of Hailey years apart, and Dr. Barnett says, "Pay close attention to the nose. What do you think?" I think it's physically impossible without getting a little bit of help from someone like myself to get from this picture to that picture. In a statement to E! News, the doctor says, "The purpose of my TikTok is to increase transparency of plastic surgery and to educate people." He went on to say, "The purpose of my video was to share my opinion about the procedures that I believe she may have done based on the photos alone." Many think Hailey's reaction was a bit dramatic though, considering many plastic surgeons have shared their opinions in the past on what they believe other celebrities have had done. What do you guys think about her attempt at suing the doctor? And number 1, we have Mooney Long. The American singer-songwriter, professionally known as Mooney Long, is yet another celebrity who has taken to social media to show her support for Selena Gomez. Not long ago, Mooney shared a video on TikTok where she is singing along to Selena's song, Who Says. She then put a few hearts and wrote Selena. Mooney actually has a past relationship with Selena after being one of her composers on the song Who Says. Fans came to the comments right away, with one writing, "We are all really Team Selena." Another wrote, "I love that you said nothing but so much in this video. We love nice, kind, and supporting women." Hopefully Hailey doesn't want to have a future singing career, because I don't think Mooney Long will be willing to help out with that one.
At number 10, Selena Gomez. While of course Selena has never publicly said she would never work with Hailey, I think it's clear with all the recent drama that it's just not going to happen anytime soon. The drama began on the 22nd of February when Selena, who dated Justin Bieber in an on-again, off-again relationship back from 2010 to 2018, posted on her TikTok poking fun at herself for over-laminating her eyebrows. Just hours later, Hailey pulled a stunt that would literally outrage the internet. Hailey, who married Justin in 2018, just 6 months after breaking up with Selena for the last time. She ended up posting a screenshot to her Instagram story which shows Kylie Jenner and her on FaceTime with a close-up of their
their eyebrows. This led many fans to believe that this absolutely had to be a dig at Selena. Though Kylie called this accusation a reach and Selena agreed, it didn't stop fans from coming to the defense of the singer. During the day the drama was in its peak, Selena commented on other videos which were discussing the current drama. She ended up thanking a fan in the comments who was praising the star for the way that she handled the breakup with Justin's quick marriage to Hailey. She even responded by saying "I love you" in response to a fan who was criticizing the Mean Girls and the Nepo babies for attacking the star. Selena is known to be a forgiving person who typically tries to stay out of the Hollywood drama, but I think the final straw for the singer was when Hailey dissed her best friend, Taylor Swift. When a video resurfaced online of Hailey miming a gag when Taylor was mentioned during an episode of Drop the Mic, Selena quickly came to the defense of her friend. She wrote back, "I'm sorry, but Taylor is one of the best in the game." Just a day after this whole ordeal, Selena announced that she was taking a break from social media, saying, "I'm 30, I'm too old for this." Because of how over it you can imagine Selena must be, I can't possibly imagine a scenario where Hailey is working with Selena. At number 9, Taylor Swift. Though it may be more about Justin Bieber than about Hailey, Taylor Swift will most likely continue to avoid the whole Bieber clan because of their complicated past situation. The drama between the two started small but quickly escalated. Back in 2006, Taylor signed on to Big Machine Records as a teenager, releasing all her albums through them. By 2018, Taylor decided it was time for a change, resulting in her move to Universal, which is where she released her album Lover. Not long after, it was announced that Big Machine Records was acquired by Scooter Braun, who was Justin Bieber's manager. Taylor then took to Tumblr to post a lengthy statement as to how she was feeling about this, as they had held all of her back catalog due to the buyout. She wrote, "For years I asked, pleading for a chance to own my work. Instead, I was given an opportunity to sign back up to Big Machine Records and earn one album back at a time, one for every new one I turn in." She went on to say, "I walked away because I knew once I signed that contract they would sell the label, thereby selling me and my future." Because of this and Justin's connection with Scooter, Taylor is reportedly still not the biggest fan of Justin and Hailey because of the connection. Can't see Taylor and Bieber hugging it out anytime soon. At number 8, Lily Reinhart. Lily Reinhart, the Riverdale star, has quietly shown her support for Selena on Instagram during this whole drama with Hailey. With Lily's whole ordeal with her ex Cole Sprouse publicly discussing their relationship on the podcast Call Her Daddy, she most likely feels sympathetic towards Selena during this awkward time in her life. With exes being a big theme here, I bet the two stars wish everyone would just let the past go. Lily just recently proved she's team Selena after unfollowing Hailey on Instagram. Though the two don't really have much of a relationship anyway, it's looking like it's going to stay that way. At number 7, Harry Styles. Harry Styles has dated both Taylor Swift and Kendall Jenner in the past, which may have helped him decide which side he was going to take in this Selena and Hailey drama. Though Hailey is seemingly a fan of Harry after being seen dancing with Kendall and Kylie at one of the singer's concerts. But recently, Harry has unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. Could this be a case of hating someone because your friends do? We can assume Taylor doesn't love Hailey, so could Harry be taking her side, and in turn Selena's as well? He has yet to publicly say anything concerning the unfollow or any of the drama that follows Hailey. Most likely he won't voice an opinion on it, but the subtle shade is definitely there. At number 6, Jordyn Woods. Jordyn Woods is looking like she's all about Selena in a new post. This has many fans believing she's throwing shade at both Hailey and her former BFF, Kylie Jenner. Late last month, Jordyn posted a video of herself on Snapchat, captioning the video with "Love this lip liner." She then showed a close-up shot of the liner, which clearly shows that it is Rare Beauty, which is Selena's makeup brand. Though she could just be showing off her lip liner, it is really weird timing to be showing off either makeup brand if you weren't planning on taking a stand. We all know Kylie and Hailey are super close, but Jordyn and Kylie used to be the best of friends that everyone talked about. Back in 2019 is when the drama between the two began, when it was reported that Khloe's boyfriend Tristan Thompson had cheated with Jordyn. At the time, Jordyn denied these rumors completely, but has later admitted that the two did kiss. Because of this scandal, it led to the fallout with Jordyn and the entire Kardashian family. Many believe that because of Hailey's ties with the Kardashians, that could be the reason why Jordyn picked Selena so publicly. At number 5, Zendaya. Zendaya has been known to be friends with Selena throughout the years, as they both come from backgrounds as Disney actors. Having similar career paths, and with Zendaya being close with Taylor Swift as well, it's not surprising that the two always seem to hit it off. Because of this seemingly pretty close bond they have formed over the years, it didn't come as much of a shock when Zendaya unfollowed Hailey during the drama. It seems like there's a pattern of, if you're my friend and you hate this person, then I hate them with you. It's speculation that because of Zendaya's ties with other celebrities who have picked picked their side as Selena, she has as well. Without saying much more, it seems like an unfollow is enough for fans to know where she stands. At number 4, Miley Cyrus. It's hard to remember a time when neither Miley or Hailey were famous, but believe it or not, they actually knew each other growing up. Hailey had the typical problems of being bullied by her older sister, but there's definitely more than one thing different about her childhood, and that's her family friend Miley Cyrus. Back in 2018, Miley even admitted to bullying Hailey when they were kids during an episode of Carpool Karaoke. Miley was reunited with Hailey and Kendall Jenner while they sang Party in the USA in the episode. Miley said during the episode, "We would be so evil to her, she would try to play with us and we would lock her out of the room." And she then added by saying, "I had to, it made you who you are, you know, it made you stronger." Hailey responded by saying, "Miley was the biggest troll to me. She prepared me for this industry even though the whole encounter seemed friendly. It appears maybe Miley has decided to take her stance on the current drama, and it looks like Hailey isn't her pick." With Instagram users keeping a close eye on Hailey's followers as the drama continues, it appears Miley has unfollowed Hailey while still keeping Selena. Miley and Selena have known each other for a while, since meeting when they were teens on the Disney Channel. It looking like their bond is just a bit stronger because of this move that seems subtle but was spotted by many fans. It looks like there won't be another Hailey and Miley cameo in the future. At number 3, Pia Mia. Former best friend of Kylie Jenner, Pia Mia has now taken her side on the drama with Hailey and Selena, and it looks like fans as though she's chosen Selena. Pia uploaded a video to her TikTok account of a Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. She even used Selena's song Calm Down in the background. Her followers loved her public support of the singer, and many took to the comments. One user wrote, "We hear you loud and clear, queen," as well as, "Pia has spoken without saying a thing," and another added, "Staying on the right side of history, I see." Though she has never said she hated Hailey, it appears she might just like Selena a little bit more. At number 2, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez and Selena Gomez have publicly shown love for each other in the past. Selena even took to Instagram after seeing J-Lo's concert in 2018 and messaged the singer saying, "I wanted to tell you how much you inspired me tonight. I haven't felt that free in my entire life. I love you so much." J-Lo then shared the message on her own Instagram saying, "I love you, Selena. We know they two are close, and maybe that's the reason J-Lo ended up unfollowing Hailey on her platforms." Either way, there could be more to this relationship going on behind the scenes, or it could just be friend supporting friend. And at number 1, Jenna Ortega. It seems the drama continues for Hailey, and it's looking like some celebs just aren't in support of her publicly. After Hailey lost more than 700,000 followers in just 4 days, you can assume some of those were her celebrity peers, one of those being Jenna Ortega. But she does still currently follow Selena, which can't be a great feeling for Hailey. It looks like as this drama continues on, more and more celebrities are being a bit more open about their thoughts on both celebrities.
Number 10, the wellness routine. Many know Gwyneth has been sort of a wellness guru, but some of her tips are being slammed because of how just downright ridiculous they are. During an interview with Will Cole, who calls himself a functional medicine practitioner, Gwyneth goes through her wellness routine, sharing that she eats bone broth for lunch, quickly followed by an hour-long workout and then 30 minutes in her sauna. Sharing that she mainly follows a paleo diet and says, "It's really important for me to support my detox." One fan asked the star a question in the comments saying, "What are you detoxing from if all you eat is broth and veggies?" Other fans were concerned, believing the star was supporting eating disorders, which is a bad image to promote, especially to a younger, more impressionable generation. This is not the first time Gwyneth has been bashed for her interesting wellness choices though. In 2016, she told the New York Times that she's been stung by bees, saying, "It's a 1,000-year-old treatment. People use it to get rid of inflammation and scarring. It's actually pretty incredible if you research it, but man, it's painful." When noticing the backlash she was receiving about her reportedly very unrelatable routine, she responded by saying, "This was a transparent look at a conversation between me and my doctors, not meant to be advice for anybody else." Even so, it won't stop the internet from calling her the ultimate almond mom. Number 9, we have the food stamp challenge. Though a lot of people saw Gwyneth's food stamp challenge as very valuable, others didn't necessarily see it that way. Back in 2016, the star took on a food stamp challenge which consisted of spending $29 for the whole week. Part of the trend where people limit their family budget to just $1.38 per meal in order to raise awareness about food stamp cuts. She tweeted at the time a photo of her haul with the caption, "This is what $29 gets you at the grocery store. What families on food stamps have been living on for a week. We're walking in their shoes to see how far we get." This photo really sparked some hate, with the Telegraph coming out with an article called "No Gwyneth, Busy Mothers Can't Live on Lettuce, Limes, and Beans." Going on to say, Paltrow's selection of green vegetables meant that she'd be consuming fewer than 1,000 calories a day, which is about half of what the NHS recommends for a healthy, balanced diet. With many confused by the amount of lime she picked out, a fan commented saying, "People who live on food stamps don't just get to have the nutrients, they have to actually get the calories as well, because they tend to have very physical lives, doing service labor or taking care of children, not necessarily being able to afford a car and so forth." Gwyneth ended up failing the challenge on day 4, proving the point of how difficult the budget really is. So in the end, I guess she got people talking, which was really the whole point anyways. Number 8, the ski incident. Now let's talk about the 2016 skiing accident. The trial that has just started this week has many wondering what the outcome is going to be. Terry Sanderson took Gwyneth to court after accusing her of crashing into him, resulting in some serious injuries while they were both skiing in Utah about 7 years ago. Terry says in his statement, "Gwyneth skied out of control, knocking me down hard, knocking me out, and causing a brain injury, 4 broken ribs, as well as other serious injuries." He goes on to claim that after the incident, the star and her ski instructor skied away from the scene without getting him any help. Gwyneth's lawyers came back with a counter-argument, which states she was enjoying skiing with her family on vacation in Utah when Terry, who was uphill, plowed into her back. She sustained a full-body blow. Paltrow was angry with Terry and said so. Terry then apologized. She was shaken and upset and ended up quitting skiing for the whole day, even though it was still the morning. Currently, Terry is seeking $300,000 in damages according to court documents, whereas Gwen is countersuing for just $1, as well as her attorney's fees. Looks like her family will take the stand as witnesses, and the whole thing will last about a week, so I guess only time will tell what really happened that day. Number 7, the jade egg. We all know Gwyneth has had some questionable wellness tips, but this one sparked up a specific type of controversy back in 2017. The star received a letter from Tina, Truth in Advising, which accused her company, Goop, of using deceptive health and disease treatment claims in order to sell her products. Allegedly, Goop didn't really do much about this letter, so Tina contacted the California Food, Drug, and Medical Device Task Force, which resulted in a lawsuit for the jade egg, the rose quartz egg, and the inner judge flower essence blend. She basically claimed that these products would completely change your life. The eggs, which are meant to be inserted down below, allegedly would increase vaginal muscle tone, hormonal balance, and feminine energy in general. When health experts saw these claims, many came forward, essentially saying that there is absolutely no truth to this whatsoever. One doctor shared on her blog saying, "This is the biggest load of garbage I have ever read on your site since vaginal steaming. It's even worse than claiming bras cause cancer. But hey, you aren't one to let facts get in the way of profiting from snake oil." In the end, Goop settled the lawsuit and made a deal to remove the claims that had no evidence. Number 6, the stickers. The star has angered a lot of people in the past, but one group of people that are fans of Gwyneth may surprise you. Looks like Goop managed to land in NASA's burn book. This happened back in 2017 when she came out with $120 stickers, which were supposed to rebalance energy frequencies in customers' bodies. Her company shared that these stickers were made from the same conductive carbon material NASA uses to line spacesuits so they can monitor the astronauts' vitals, saying that the sticker can target imbalances within. This very specific claim caught the attention of the former chief scientist for NASA. He told the press that these stickers were a load of BS, explaining that the spacesuits aren't made from carbon, and if they were, they wouldn't be able to monitor vital signs, saying the logic doesn't add up. The company saw this statement from the former NASA employee and quickly changed the description of the insanely expensive stickers. They wrote in a statement, "We apologize to NASA, our customers, and our fans for this communication error. We have learned that our engineer was misinformed by the distributor about the material in question, which was purchased for its unique specifications." Oddly enough, even after all this, Goop still promotes these stickers on their site. Number 5, we have the interview responses. The star has said some weird things in interviews in the past, so let me go through them for you and you can tell me what you think. In her 2001 interview, she said, "Beauty fades. I just turned 29, so I probably don't have many good years left in me." Or what she said when discussing why she doesn't get drunk, saying, "I think they're idiot people and I'm a normal person. My friends are adults, they have one drink and they hold their liquor. I think it's incredibly embarrassing when people are drunk." She even went on Conan to say that she'd rather pass away than let her kids eat a cup of soup. The one quote that people believe shows shows her true colors is when she talks to the press about her haters and what she really thinks. She shares, "I am who I am, and I can't pretend I'm somebody who makes $25,000 a year." This definitely didn't sway many people's opinions about the star being a little bit of a snob in the end. Number 4, we have the racist tweet. It's been a bit of an ongoing joke about how much Gwyneth loves to talk about her friendship with Beyonce, and I can't say I blame her. But after posting a pretty out-of-touch tweet, she got some pretty insane backlash from her fans. According to the star, she and Beyonce first became friends at a charity event in the early 2000s, and they've been close ever since. The two have been seen at many events together and have even reportedly called each other perfect in the past. Gwyneth told The Sun that both their marriages work well together, saying they balance each other out. "Chris and I are like Jay and Beyonce, two paranoid ironists and two calm grounded people." The star sparked outrage after posting a photo of herself with the rapper The Dream and Be High, with the caption using the N-word. One fan commented, "Gwyneth might be getting a little too comfortable around her black friends." Perez Hilton commented as well, saying, "If you hate Gwyneth Paltrow now, you're gonna like her less." In response, the star tried to defend herself, tweeting, "Hold up, it's just the title of a song." But it seems like the damage has already been done, after another user wrote, "If you're not African American, then there's no instance for you to use this word. It doesn't matter if you're friends with Jay-Z, Beyonce, Oprah, or President Obama, don't use the word." Number 3, we have the gift guide. Gwyneth's company has a newsletter full of her life advice, and every year they come out with the Goop Holiday Gift Guide, which many fans think is just ridiculous. The 2020 edition seemed to have some strange recommendations that many thought were just a little too expensive for absolutely no reason. One item was a 12-ounce travel mug priced at $180, which angered one news reporter who said, "It might be time to simply get over yourself and drink your coffee faster." Another option is the $125 storytelling robot, which many fans believe is just a way to not have to read to your kids at night. Along with these choices, there are a few lower priced options, but those were interesting as well, with one gift being a brass fire extinguisher. I mean, it definitely is a gift that no one else would be getting, but if you really want to have a unique gift, then maybe it's the way to go. She also added some extreme choices that would be such a show of wealth, with one gift being the Journey to the Nature's Edge exhibition adventure, priced at $1.3 million. This has left many believing that she's just a bit too far out of touch. Number 2, we have her parenting methods. Gwyneth definitely has a parenting style that has fans torn, with many believing this type of parenting goes hand in hand with just being wealthy. During an interview with the Daily Mail, she shared how her daughter was upset at her because she only lets her kids watch TV in French or Spanish. She explained in the interview, "When I'm in France, I go and buy all of their cartoons," which is just a pretty unrelatable thing for the average person. Along with her strict diet, it's hard to believe she doesn't cave into her kids every now and then. She's previously recommended keeping a bamboo matcha whisk in the kitchen for when you're making matcha tea. She has also allegedly put her kids on a low-carb, gluten-free diet, admitting that it leaves her with a specific type of hunger that comes when avoiding carbs. Though it does seem she has other great parenting methods that may have been noted, there's definitely a few that just not everyone can get behind. And finally, at number 1, we have bashing America. Gwyneth has had some thoughts on America and Americans that she hasn't been afraid to share in the past. She shared in a Portuguese newspaper saying, "I love the English lifestyle. It's not as capitalistic as America. People don't talk about work or money, they talk about interesting things at dinner. I like living here because I don't fit into the bad side of American psychology. The British are much more intelligent and civilized than the Americans." After this statement, she received quite a bit of backlash from her fellow Americans, with many commenting that they don't need her. Not long after the star had to come out with a statement which she shared with people about how much she loves being American, saying, "First of all, I feel so lucky to be American. When you look at the rest of the world, we are so lucky. And that's something my dad has always instilled in me. I feel proud to be American." But many fans speculate that she could just be backtracking in order to preserve her reputation.
Number 10, walking into a wall. In August of 2016, a paparazzi video was taken of Hailey walking with Madison Beer. They had just had lunch together at a cafe in West Hollywood, and they were off to Kendall Jenner's house. In the video, you can clearly see a really big difference in the way that the two women interact with the paparazzi. Madison is seen smiling and talking with them, while Hailey is a lot more tense and tries to cover her face the whole time. This eventually leads her to walk off the path and straight into a wall. This moment was really difficult to watch. Ironically, the whole thing brought a lot more attention to her because she was trying to cover her face, while Madison simply got into the car and was waiting for her. Hailey was then left behind and tried to work out which way to turn. The comments on the video were absolutely hilarious. People wrote things like, "Girl, you're not that important, keep walking," and "I just know she was embarrassed." Another user wrote, "She always thinks the paparazzi are after her. She's acting like a big celebrity." But if anything, anything, most people thought it was just funny and relatable. After all, it kinda reminds you of something that you would do if you were in that situation. Number 9. Posting on Justin's account. Fans have suspected that Hailey is the one that runs Justin's Instagram account for quite some time, and a recent post might actually confirm that. A few days ago, he shared photos of the two of them from what looks like a romantic beach getaway. In the caption, he wrote, "Love you, baby." And while a lot of the comments seemed happy that he was finally posting about his wife, most of them were predictably negative. People were really picking everything apart, and that is a major understatement. Someone pointed to the fact that he used the word love spelled L-U-V and not the normal way, which might be a sign that it was Hailey who actually posted that. The theory is that only women would spell the word love like that, and it seems to be the most popular theory because people started writing things like, "Hailey, please give Justin his phone back." Other people insisted that he was forced to make the post and wrote, "Blink if you need help." Now this might sound a little crazy, but if you just take a look at Justin's Instagram, a lot of the captions do seem like they might have been written by someone else, especially the ones that are appreciating Hailey. But even if she is writing the captions, it's probably something that he approved beforehand. Number 8. Farting in the car. In November of 2019, newlyweds Justin and Hailey were out for a drive in LA. She was in the driver's seat while he was filming her from the passenger seat. In the hilarious video, he suddenly decides to embarrass the hell out of her. He says, "Babe, did you fart? You farted, didn't you? You let out a big gassy one." Even though Justin was clearly joking, it was enough for Hailey to turn bright red. She immediately just covered her face and begged him to stop. She was having none of it and told him that he's not funny. Even though it's a natural bodily function, being accused of farting is somehow always humiliating. But it must have been 10 times worse because Justin actually shared this moment with his 281 million Instagram followers. Some of the fans really felt bad for her at this time because it was shared with just so many people. Luckily, the joke didn't stop their fun because later that same day, they were spotted out and about at a lunch date looking casual. At this point, they were almost 1 full year into their marriage, so they obviously felt very comfortable joking with each other and just being silly. Number 7. Extremely rude in person. In June last year, Hailey was called out by an influencer who just happened to be a guest at her road launch party to promote the brand. Beauty vlogger Iris Balin posted an Instagram video talking about the horrible experience. She said that the moment Hailey arrived with Kylie and Kendall Jenner, they went straight to the VIP section. Apparently, a lot of the guests wanted to talk to her because they were just excited to hear about the launch of her new products. But Hailey refused to talk to them or even come near them. Iris said, "This girl didn't say anything and it was the most awkward thing because there were people hovering to take pictures with her, to talk to her. This is your event. Show up for your event or have your rep people say something." But yeah, no, Hailey didn't say anything or want to talk about anything. In the end, it was Kylie Jenner that eventually said a few words about the skincare line, despite the fact that she didn't really have anything to do with it. Now honestly, there could have been many different reasons why she didn't want to talk to anyone, so it doesn't necessarily mean she was trying to be antisocial here. Number 6. The Nepo Baby shirt. This new label refers to someone who receives special privileges because of their famous parents or relatives. Clearly, Hailey does fall into this category, as many people believe she's only reached the fame and success that she has now because she's married to Justin Bieber. But the part that really upsets people is that she seemingly refuses to acknowledge that she is actually a Nepo baby. In fact, she hit back at these accusations by wearing a Nepo Baby t-shirt, which obviously just enraged people more. Louis Pisano, a writer for Harper's Bazaar, then tweeted out the photo with the caption, "The Hailey Bieber Nepo Baby t-shirt picture gives nothing because she gives nothing. She's not personable enough to give this staged paparazzi shot for a viral moment any personality. She doesn't act or sing. She gets in and out of cars in beige and black YSL and has a skincare line." That tweet went viral and it seemed like everyone agreed. Even Charlie XCX joined in on the discourse and wrote, "I respect the Nepo Baby t-shirt attempt." To be fair, Hailey is far from the only celebrity that has been called out for being the product of nepotism, but it's really her response to this label that said it all. If she just acknowledged that there was some truth to it, things might have turned out a little differently. Number 5. Call out on TikTok. A former waitress by the name of Julia Carolan was working at a fancy restaurant in Manhattan, and this is when she had a not so nice run-in with Hailey Bieber. She posted about her experience on TikTok where she was rating different celebrity interactions. She said, "This is gonna be controversial, but I've met her a handful of times, and each time she was not nice. I really want to like her, but I have to give her a 3.5 out of 10. So when the video went viral, Hailey eventually saw it and quickly took to the comment section to apologize. She wrote, "Just came across this video and wanted to say I'm so sorry if I've ever given you bad vibes or a bad attitude. That's not ever been my intention." Thankfully, she did take the opportunity to respond to Julia, but unfortunately that was far from the only person who's had a bad experience meeting her. If anything, the video video just goes to show you that you can really make out someone's character by how they treat those people working in the service industry. Besides, would she have actually responded if the video didn't go viral? We'll never know. Number 4, making Justin uncomfortable. There has been a ton of resurfaced videos of Justin and Hailey's relationship making their way across the internet recently, but this one is pretty shocking. It was a tense moment where she seemed to make him physically uncomfortable with her touch. In the video, the two of them are doing a live stream together. Justin is sitting down casually while Hailey is standing behind him with her arms crossed. At one point, she becomes excited and puts her arms around him, which he really doesn't like. Justin can be heard saying, "Babe, I can't. Don't touch me right now. I just need some space." This was obviously a very tense moment for him, and he did not want to be touched, which is completely fair. He also made it clear that he just wanted some space at that time. It might have been a little cringy to watch, but at least he was setting his boundaries. For her part, Hailey seemed to be a little confused at first and then embarrassed, but she quickly realized that he was being serious and she moved her hands away. This is not the first time that something like this has happened, but it might just mean that her love language is physical touch, while his is something else entirely. Number 3, cringe tweets. Recently, there's been evidence posted online that proves Hailey was a hardcore Justin fan for years before they actually got together. Fans have discovered some really old tweets that have since been deleted, where she would talk about his relationship with Selena Gomez and how much she shipped them as a couple. Yeah, someone found a post from 2011 where she wrote, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream." That tweet might have been embarrassing, but it was nothing compared to the racist ones that were discovered a lot later. She once wrote that she was leaving Florida white, but coming back to New York a different race. That tweet was then taken down no less than 15 minutes after it was originally tweeted. She also wrote, "With Cody Simpson and that awkward moment when you're at a Chinese restaurant and your waiter isn't Chinese." When people came for her online, she defended herself at the time by saying that she isn't white. As we know, her mom, Kenya Baldwin, is Brazilian, but by that logic, she was basically trying to insinuate that she can say whatever she wants, which she later found out is completely untrue. Number 2, chasing after Justin. In September of 2021, there was a shocking video posted on Twitter showing Justin literally running away from paparazzi and leaving Hailey while she falls on the ground and tries to run after him. In the clip, he's walking with his skateboard and he ducks underneath a gate, but once he gets onto the road, he just takes off without saying anything. At first, it kind of looks like he's alone and just doing his own thing, but 1 second later, Hailey literally falls onto the road and looks flustered at the fact that she got left behind. To make things so much worse, this all happened on a busy street, so plenty of people watched it go down. She then sprints after him, obviously trying to catch up, but Justin is already out of sight. The whole thing must have been incredibly humiliating for her, and people were very sympathetic in the comments. One person wrote, "I know this keeps her awake every night, and that's why you shouldn't chase men." Many fans also made it clear that they could relate to her situation. One user wrote, "As much as most of us may not like her, no female deserves to be treated like this by their husband. She deserves better regardless." And coming in at number 1, the eyebrows drama. The infamous feud between Hailey and Selena started again a few weeks ago, when Selena made a post saying that she accidentally laminated her eyebrows too much. In what looked like a response, Kylie Jenner posted a close-up photo of her and Hailey's eyebrows with the caption, "This was an accident." Fans immediately took this as an attempt to mock Selena and called them out for bullying. From that point on, it seemed like Selena really believed this, because for the first time in years, she actually responded to the drama and hit back online. In a resurfaced video of Hailey gagging at the mention of Taylor Swift's name, Selena left a comment under the video saying, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." She also commented on a series of other TikToks calling out Hailey and Kylie Jenner for their mean girl behavior. In the fallout from the scandal, Hailey lost more than 1 million followers on social media, around 900,000 followers on Instagram, and more than 350,000 on TikTok. Kylie also lost about 1 million followers on Instagram altogether. But the opposite happened to Selena. She ended up gaining 10 million followers on Instagram and went on to reclaim the throne as one of the most followed women on the platform.
Coming in at number 10, we have fan reactions. With all the drama surrounding Hailey Bieber's seemingly mean girl antics, many fans have begun to come forward by sharing their experience with the model. One user described the time when she met Hailey at a concert, then went on to ask her for a photo. She describes the event saying, "I went up to her and said, 'Hey Hailey, I'm a big fan,' but you could tell she was not happy." The user recalls that Hailey huffed and rolled her eyes. Allegedly, after taking the photo, Hailey asked the fan, "Do you want anything else from me?" before turning to walk away with her friends while loudly mocking the fan. The fan tells her TikTok viewers, "They said it so loud it's like they wanted me to hear it. So I was like, okay, well, she's a bit of a mean person." Another social media user came forward describing the time she had when both Hailey and her were both signed to the same modeling agency as teenagers. She recalls by saying, "She was so cold to me. She treated me like trash. It was just the vibe she gave off, like she really thought she was better than everyone else in the room." And I'm like, girl, we're both signed to the same agency. She went on to say, "I don't believe that celebrities owe anybody anything, but you know, it's one of those moments where you shouldn't meet up with people you look up to or idolize. But imagine meeting a star who you look up to at your place of work." A host from a high-end Manhattan restaurant shared her experience with Hailey, rating it a 3.5 out of 10. She said in her video on TikTok, "I've met Hailey a handful of times and she was not nice. I really want to like her, but I have to give her a 3.5 out of 10. Hailey discussed this viral video on YouTube in a sit-down discussion with a psychiatrist. She said, "I wish I didn't act that way towards her, but I'm human and I made a mistake, and I acted in a way that was out of character for me. I acted in a way that I don't want to be." But with many fans making videos about their own experience meeting the star, it leaves many fans wondering if this is just the way she is, or are we catching her on bad days? Number 9. Jeffree Star's call-out. Jeffree Star, the makeup influencer, has recently shared his opinion on Hailey's skincare brand, Rhode, and a few fans seem to agree. In a TikTok video that seemed to have been since deleted, Jeffree shares his take on the brand, starting off by saying, "Okay, the packaging is so boring," before adding, "In this house, we are Team Selena and we are not bullying anyone." When he goes back to the packaging, he points at a photo of Hailey and says, "And when I open it up, girl, focus. Oh my god, what is this face? Oh my god, this is the face, like, why did I do this? Why did I create a skincare brand?" Even adding, "When you're so privileged and you use daddy's money and you've never worked a day in your life, I guess this is what we're doing now." Jeffree even held up the package above his kitchen trash can and said to his viewers, "So we're going to skip the review today. And just like Shawn Mendes, bye." When some viewers did side with the influencer, other viewers wrote that this is bullying, what she claimed he wasn't going to do. Even with Jeffree's approach being quite loud in public, many other fans were left wondering about Hailey behind the scenes, as more celebrities have unfollowed her on most of her platforms. And at number 8, we have the obsession with Selena. If you've been on the Hailey and Selena side of TikTok, I'm sure you've seen the comparisons of Hailey copying Selena, with fans even going as far back even to show how deep the Selena obsession has been for the model. One user showed some clips of similarities between Selena's cooking show, Selena and the Chef, and Hailey's 2022 YouTube series, What's in My Kitchen, with the side-by-side clips showing how the stars have invited their grandma to the show to make their favorite dishes. Many believe there is no coincidence that Hailey is just trying to be exactly like Selena, down to the cooking show. Others have compared past interview responses where both Selena and Hailey said they wish people knew their heart. One of the comparisons between both stars has made TikTok users sure of the obsession is the seemingly matching tattoos. Selena got a tattoo just behind her ear in a small lowercase g for her sister Gracie. Then, just 2 years later, Hailey got a similar G tattoo behind her ear as well, as a tribute to the Seattle megachurch pastor's daughter, Georgia, who was born with a rare brain disorder. If those weren't enough for fans, some even found Hailey's old tweets about her love for Selena. In 2011, the model tweeted, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is a definition of a teenage dream." With another saying, "Selena Gomez is so cute, don't argue, bye." With more and more internet detectives finding comparisons between the alleged obsession, it's most likely very hard to hide from, because as many of you know, Hailey is a TikTok lover. And at number 7, we have a Justin Bieber superfan. Not only was Hailey known to be a big Selena Gomez fan, but she is also said to be a big Justin Bieber superfan as well, with photos emerging of the model as a teen kissing posters of Justin and attending many of his concerts. Many fans believe Hailey is a believer who just played all of her cards right. She has also been allegedly caught following Selena fan accounts in the past. In 2018, screenshots surfaced showing Hailey following a fan account called House of Sell. After being outed for this, she quickly unfollowed and DM'd the account explaining how this was an accident. When she was younger, she's even been seen at events smiling while she holds up a magazine with Selena and Justin on the cover. A few others have speculated that it could have been Stephen Baldwin, Hailey Bieber's dad, that really set this couple up. With video evidence of their first interaction, we can see Stephen introducing Hailey to Justin and telling him that they've been enjoying his music. With all this, it kinda looks like Justin was aware of Hailey's superfan personality. He posted a photo on his Instagram story of Hailey and captioned it, "People always ask me if I'd marry a Belieber," and well, I did. And at number 6, we have dissing Taylor Swift. Taylor and Hailey have had their trouble with being involved in drama over the years. However, they haven't had direct problems between each other up until recently. The social media drama drama happened when a video resurfaced on social media showing Hailey with the rapper Method Man during an episode of Drop the Mic. In the clip, Hailey was seen rolling her eyes and sticking her tongue out when Method Man said, "Hollywood's top stars face off on a one-to-one battle," full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album. The video even made it to Selena Gomez's For You page, unfortunately for Hailey. Selena quickly came to the defense of her friend Taylor and commented, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game. We all know how close Taylor and Selena are, so of course this isn't gonna help Hailey in her case of not being a mean girl." Selena even said when talking about Taylor, "I never fit in with the cool girls that were celebrities. My only friend in this industry really is Taylor, so I remember feeling like I didn't belong." This left fans wondering if maybe there was some bad blood before this that led up to the gagging over Taylor. Though the two were never necessarily close, it doesn't seem like there's any hatred beforehand. Hailey even shared her positive feedback online about the film Cats, which Taylor starred in, saying, "My Christmas gift from the universe is the release of the Cats movie." Rumors have also been surfacing as if this could be an extension of the feud between Taylor and Justin Bieber. Not only from the history between Justin and her best friend Selena, but also because he is close to his manager Scooter Braun, who is also the man that bought all of her music catalog and who she claims has bullied her alongside Justin. Though Taylor has not yet publicly said anything about Hailey, it does seem tense. Taylor having you in her burn book can never be good though. Number 5, we have the problematic tweets. Does Hailey Bieber have a bit of a racist past? Over the past few years, internet detectives have revealed various tweets that show her as not only being a little bit racist but homophobic. Since then, Hailey has gotten massive backlash for her past. Without really addressing it, she ended up leaving Twitter in 2020, saying she was getting bullied. But don't worry, it seems like everyone took screenshots, which have left people absolutely horrified. In a few tweets, she refers to people as the N-word, and in another back in 2013, she wrote, "To the foreigners who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so sorry your country didn't have pilgrims and Indians to start such a sick holiday." It's definitely pretty bad. She even went on to like a pretty homophobic post, which says, "Let me clarify, the Bible stands against homosexuality and I stand with the Bible." Hailey then commented on the post writing, "So good." When a pile of evidence about her past began emerging, she was quick to leave Twitter. Unfortunately for Hailey, digital footprints live forever. And at number 4, we have the shade towards Selena. Selena and Hailey have been the center of drama speculation since Hailey got with Justin in 2018, right after Selena. Fans have been following their every move to see if the two really did hate each other. So when the eyebrow situation happened, with Hailey seemingly bullying Selena's laminated eyebrows, the internet spiraled. Though Hailey and Justin have both decided to stay private during the situation, it hasn't stopped people from watching their socials for clues. So when the stylist Vaughn Ford posted a story that wrote, "I hate Selena," fans were wondering why he was getting involved at all, and if Hailey was saying things about Selena behind the scenes. He then shared a screenshot of his post that had been taken down due to harassment and wrote, "I said what I said." Since this post, the stylist has made his account private, and even though Hailey doesn't follow him, it didn't take fans long to realize that the two were connected. Vaughn had photos of working with Hailey on his Instagram account at the time these posts were made public. Hailey was also listed as one of his top clients on his official website. But of course, in the midst of all the drama, Vaughn Ford's very public stance, she has been since removed from the website. When fans saw that a friend of Hailey was now the one publicly bullying Selena, one commented, "It's always Hailey's friends." And another added, "You can tell all they do is talk about Selena. These people have issues and are so pressed over her. The hate is so real." This had fans torn as to whether Vaughn's actions are representative of Hailey or it's just his own opinion. And at number 3, we have suing the doctor. Is Hailey caving into the pressures of Hollywood? Some believe she absolutely can't take the heat after threatening to sue a doctor on TikTok. In a cease and desist letter, attorneys of Justin and Hailey accused Dr. Daniel Barrett of using her name, image, and likeness to commercially advertise plastic surgery and spread false claims that Hailey has undergone plastic surgery in the past. Hailey also accused the doctor of using copyrighted protected lyrics from Justin Bieber's song being in the video. In the video, it shows 2 photos of Hailey years apart, and Dr. Barnett says, "Pay close attention to the nose." What do you think? I think it's physically impossible without getting a little bit of help from someone like myself to get from this picture to that picture. In a statement to E! News, the doctor said, "The purpose of my TikTok is to increase the transparency of plastic surgery and to educate people." He went on to say, "The purpose of my video was to share my opinion about the procedures that I believe she may have had done based on the photos alone." Many fans think Hailey's reaction was a bit dramatic though, considering many plastic surgeons have shared their opinions in the past on what they believe other celebrities have had done. Number 2, we have Shawn Mendes. The relationship or situationship between Hailey and Shawn is a little bit complicated. Shawn more or less has admitted they were involved in the past past, but they both refused to put a label on their past relationship. Sean said in an interview with Rolling Stone, "I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it was more of a zone of limbo. After being seen holding hands during Halloween and then cuddling over the holidays, it seemed they were keeping it casual due to the distance." Two ended up being each other's date to the Met Gala in May, but by June, Hailey was back with Justin and engaged just a month later. At the time, Sean claimed that he wasn't bitter, saying to Patrick Doyle from the Rolling Stone, "I get it, you know, I'm really happy for them." Patrick said when recalling this information, "It seems like he might want to say a little bit more about how it all went down, but he stops himself. You can't control your heart." Though he has never publicly said anything bad about Hailey, they did have an awkward encounter at the 2021 Met Gala. Camila Cabello, Sean, and the Biebers all ran into each other. Sean lightly hugged but barely looked at Hailey, primarily focusing more on Justin. The interaction lasted no longer than a few seconds, but a few fans thought the whole thing was cringeworthy. Considering how close the timeline was with Justin and Sean, many think Hailey was just using him to kill time until Justin was single again. And at number 1, we have the quick marriage. Justin has revealed in the past how he struggled after marrying Hailey. He shared, "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't." Many fans have also speculated that Hailey might just have been a rebound for Justin, who was struggling to get over his ex Selena. Even though he ended up getting engaged to Hailey months after Selena, reports have stated that he was still in love with her. I mean, he didn't really give himself a chance to really get over her before moving on. Allegedly, the two even got married on a whim. Their quick engagement may have also had a quick wedding. A source close to the star claims that about 2 months after the couple got engaged, they secretly tied the knot. TMZ obtained photos of Hailey and Justin at the New York courthouse, which provides marriage license. After he allegedly thanked the court for keeping it on the DL, he appears to cry, telling Hailey how excited he is to marry her. Speculations began surfacing about how Hailey perhaps forced the quick marriage. She made it clear in interviews that she wasn't getting any younger. She says, "My sister was 24 when she got married, and my parents also got married when they were young too. I see no reason to wait. When you know it's right, it's right." Number 10. The height moment. Going to court after Terry Sanderson sued her over hitting him on a ski hill in Utah, not many thought the trial would have as many bizarre moments as it did. Some fans even suggested that it reminded them of a middle school mock trial, or that Terry's attorney, Kristen Van Orman, was in love with Gwyneth. This viral moment came to light when Gwyneth took to the stand and began being questioned by Kristen with some seemingly softball questions. Terry's attorney asked the star, "May I ask you how tall you are?" To which Gwyneth answered by saying, "I'm just under 5'10". Kristen then said, "Okay, I'm so jealous." The strange courtroom exchange continued with Gwyneth explaining that she's still shrinking though. Kristen then said, "You and me both. I have to wear these 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5". Gwyneth then complimented the shoes, to which Kirsten then thanked her. The whole conversation happened while the star was in the witness box, being questioned by the opposing attorney. Viewers were left a bit confused, wondering if the whole trial was actually just a big April Fool's joke. Number 9. Taylor Swift. Terry's attorney Kirsten really seemed to be starstruck through the trial and seemed to not care who knew it. During Gwyneth's time on the stand, she was questioned about her request for $1 in damages. Being asked whether this was in any way related to this Taylor Swift trial that happened in 2017, where she requested the exact same thing. When asked about the dollar, the star replied by saying, "It's an actual dollar, and it's what I'm asking for," explaining to the court that this is a symbolic gesture because the damages would be much more. Kristen then questioned this by saying to Gwyneth, "Remember me asking you, is it symbolic, and you said yes it is? And then I asked you, well, you learned about that through Taylor Swift, because she also asked for $1 in symbolic damages, right?" Gwyneth replied by saying, "I think I said at that point that I had not been familiar with it, but I since am." Oddly enough, Kristen then proceeded to ask the star under oath if she's good friends with Taylor Swift. Gwyneth said to the court, "I would not say we're good friends, we are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often." Viewers of the trial took to Twitter to share their thoughts on this bizarre line of questioning. One user wrote, "This has to be a Saturday Night Live skit, I can't." And another adding sarcastically, "This is a no doubt vital information for the case." Number 8. Essay. When asked to go through the day the incident took place and what it really looked like, Gwyneth went on to explain to the court about what she originally thought was happening. The star testified that she thought it was SA when Terry allegedly ran into her back, saying, "I was confused at first. I didn't know exactly what was happening. It's a very strange thing to be happening on a ski slope." She went on to recall, "I froze. I would say I got very upset just a few seconds later." Gwyneth went on to further explain that what she claims to have happened that day, saying, "I thought, is this a practical joke? Is someone doing doing something perverted. My mind was going very quickly. She later assured the courtroom that SA did not actually happen, but did say it felt like the two were spooning when they hit the ground. Terry's lawyer questioned the actress by saying, "You said you went to the right and went crashing down. Your bodies were almost spooning and your knees splayed open and you were in shock," followed by asking Gwyneth if she could act out this description in front of the court, which was of course objected by the Star's team. And number 7, we have the outfit choices. Sparking many jokes by viewers, many fans have dubbed this as the whitest trial of all time. Gwyneth's outfit choices have been the butt of many jokes online, with fans calling her glasses very Jeffrey Dahmer-esque. Paired with a cream-colored turtleneck, comedian Jenny Johnson commented on Twitter saying, "Gwyneth Paltrow looks like she's on trial in 1987 for hiring a hitman to off her husband." Another user commented on the outfit as well, saying, "Calling dibs on ski trial Gwyneth for being my Halloween costume this year." Others went on to compare her to her character in her previous film, The Royal Tannenbaums. Number 6, we have the emails. During the trial, it was brought up about the possibility of GoPro footage that could possibly have caught the whole event after emails emerged alluding to the fact. The emails between Terry and his family sparked speculation as to where this footage could be if it exists at all. Terry wrote an email to his family after the crash with the subject line saying, "I'm famous, but at what cost?" When Terry was then questioned about this, he explained, "My head was scrambled, but all I was trying to do was desperately communicate with my kids before they heard it from somebody else that I got crushed." Going on to say, "I didn't pick my words well, not at all how I felt, and I was really trying to give a little levity to a serious situation and it backfired." His daughter defended her dad by saying, "It matches his personality a little bit, making light of a serious situation." Regardless of what was intended by this email, it still has many viewers wondering if he may have targeted Gwyneth due to her fame. Number 5, we have the tipping habits. Terry's attorney will most likely never hear the end of the jokes made due to her strange line of questioning, making it clear to viewers just how much she loves talking to Gwyneth. Most think the whole thing is comedic. Another viral moment happened when she asked Gwyneth about her tipping habits. The clip, which has been viewed so far by over 2 million people online, showed Kristen who says to Gwyneth, "Now I'm assuming you're under oath here, and you're a good tipper?" To which the star laughed and replied by saying yes. She then went on to say, "Fantastic, I wouldn't expect anything else." With the clip being retweeted and commented on thousands of times, it seems like almost everyone is enjoying this trial and its somewhat random questions. One user commented on the post saying, "Frankly, I don't want this trial to ever end." Another added, "Geez, this attorney is starstruck. Are they dating or what?" Number 4, we have the attorney. With the amount of money that Gwyneth has, you would expect her to have the best of the best when it comes to her attorney. So with her current choice being somewhat V, many viewers were left confused. Gwyneth's attorney Steve Owens delivered his opening statement, which many believed was just completely scattered and just lost. One viewer commented, "Paltrow's lawyer doesn't speak in full sentences. It's so strange. He only talks in fragments and thoughts. How very odd that with all of her money, this was the lawyer she chose." During the statement, Steve received many objections which were overruled. He then commented on this to the judge saying, "That's about 10 overruled objections in my closing," which I think is a little inappropriate, Your Honor. Viewers began questioning why Steve seemed so out of it during his statements, with a few people suggesting that he could even be intoxicated. One Twitter user wrote, "Gwyneth Paltrow's attorney is a bumbling idiot," telling the jury that Gwyneth Paltrow lost money on the instructor and ski fees that she paid before she had to stop skiing for the rest of the day, even asking the judge to limit interruptions from defense objections. Another added by saying, "Just watched Gwyneth's lawyer's opening statement and what the heck. This is insanely hilarious and I can't wait to watch this unfold." Number 3, we have the viral quote. Gwyneth has been mocked for her testimony in the ski collision trial after she explained how she suffered after the 2016 crash. Kirsten asked Gwyneth, "Is it true that you feel it's unfair that Mr. Sanderson brought this case against you?" She responds by saying, "I do." To which Kirsten goes on to say, "He has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation." Gwyneth answers in a way that seems almost comedic, saying, "Well, I lost half of my day skiing." This clip quickly went viral, with many joking, sending their thoughts and prayers to the star. One Twitter user commented expressing how this is the hardest they've laughed in a long time. Another viewer proposed that Gwyneth will be on the next Housewife franchise for her iconic one-liners. Others were not so pleased with Gwyneth's lack of remorse for supposedly not getting Terry any help when he did need it. One Instagram user wrote on the star's most recent photo saying, "Who knows who hit who at Deer Valley? The thing that concerns me is that you didn't check to see if the guy was alright. That's pretty heartless." So weird. Another added by saying, crashing into someone below you and just taking off is unbelievably cruel. Then not even paying to help his medical, just elitist evilness. And number 2, we have the facial expressions. Gwyneth is receiving quite a bit of backlash for looking unhappy during her court trial. With many clips emerging of Gwyneth during the trial, it's looking like she's struggling to hide her true facial expressions. The many clips that have been circulating platforms is when the star's jaw dropped in shock after the opposing counsel accused the actress of lying multiple times while under oath. The moment happened when Gwyneth took the stand in Utah, where Terry's attorney argues that she should be allowed to question whether Gwyneth is clumsy. While making that argument, Kristen claims that the star has lied under oath a number of times. Her jaw immediately dropped and she shook her head, followed by her attorney Steve Owens getting up and calling the comment slanderous, wanting it to be withdrawn from the record. Kristen responded by saying she has made prior inconsistent statements during her deposition. Later, the judge ended up siding with Paltrow's attorney, who asked Kristen for an apology. She responded by saying, "I am very sorry. All I'm saying is that there were inconsistencies. I'm not trying to slander Miss Paltrow or say she's lying by any which way or form." Later, when Gwyneth was asked if this was true, that she misrepresented a number of things on the stand, she responded by saying, "Absolutely not." And number 1, we have the wine tasting. Terry Sanderson is blaming Gwyneth for his allegedly new personality after claiming that Gwyneth crashing into him resulted in a permanent traumatic brain injury. When recalling the event, Terry says, "I remember everything was great and that I heard something I've never heard at a ski resort. And it was a blood-curdling scream. And then boom. It was like somebody was out of control and going to hit a tree and pass away." He went on to describe the scene by saying, "I got hit in my back so hard and it was right on my shoulder blades. It felt like fists and poles were right at the bottom of my shoulder blades. It was a serious smack." Terry has gone on to claim that as well as the serious injuries he sustained, he also explained that the collision has taken away from his enjoyment of life in general, when apparently a crucial part of that is wine tastings. A neuroradiology specialist, Dr. Wendell Givey, told the court Terry is a high-functioning, active person. Every day he's doing lots of things, meeting groups, wine tasting, skiing, and volunteering. After the accident, he deteriorated abruptly, and many of these activities he loved to do, he stopped doing. Many viewers have come to an agreement that the wine tasting part of that should have definitely been left out, suggesting it's gonna do him no favors in the future.
At number 10, the brows. This whole Hailey Bieber is a mean girl to Hailey Bieber is a longtime stalker who has been copying Selena Gomez pipeline is insane. But the thing that started this whole thing off was after Gomez posted a video to TikTok revealing that she had her eyebrows laminated, but turned out to be more dramatic than she expected. Jokingly, the singer said her eyebrows had not gone to plan. Hours later, Kylie Jenner posted a selfie to her Instagram story with the text, "That was an accident," placed over her brows. This was suspicious, but then in the next slide, Jenner posted a close-up picture of her good friend Hailey's eyebrows. It appeared to be a screenshot from a FaceTime call, and the women were both showing off their eyebrows really close to the camera. This immediately led fans to believe that they were making a dig at Selena. Jenner later spoke up saying no shade towards Selena ever, and that fans were making something out of nothing, but fans didn't buy it. I don't know if they were being mean, but I can't deny that the timing and just the eyebrow pictures in general were pretty suspicious. At number 9, shading Taylor Swift. As a lot of people know, Selena Gomez is and has been really good friends with Taylor Swift for a while now. Well, amid the drama, people are digging up old clips of both Hailey and Justin seemingly poking fun at Taylor Swift. Hailey once posted a video mocking a video of Taylor loopy after eye surgery. In Taylor's video, she gets very emotional over a banana. Not long after, Hailey is laughing at Justin repeating what Swift said word for word. Hailey also showcased some mean girl behavior when on Drop the Mic. On one episode of the series, her co-host Method Man mentioned Taylor Swift's name. When Hailey heard this, she almost immediately made a face indicating that she's not a fan. Hailey rolled her eyes and stuck out her tongue, doing the common gesture for puke. Gomez herself even recently commented on a TikTok of the resurfaced clip saying, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." At number 8, similar interviews. All of Selena Gomez fans are in private investigator mode with this drama. Many fans are convinced that Hailey has even copied Selena's answers from past interviews as her own. In a TikTok user, Hailey Bald compiled a few clips of the similar answers. In one clip, Gomez is asked, "What's the one thing you wish people knew about you?" to which the singer responded with, "My heart." There's also a second clip of Gomez saying the same thing in a different interview, "I wish people just knew my heart." Sure enough, Hailey has also revealed the same answer, saying, "I've always had this constant battle, I just wish people knew my heart." In another interview clip, Gomez says, "I realize that everybody else seems to be narrating my life for me, so why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?" And of course, there's also a clip of Hailey saying, "I was able to tell my story of who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside telling my story for me." I don't know, could be a coincidence, but maybe could be a coincidence, but maybe Hailey still has that young fangirl in her deep down and is copying her. At number 7, her cooking show. A few years ago, while in quarantine during the pandemic, Selena Gomez started a new series called Selena and Chef. The premise of the show is that each episode, Gomez is joined by a master chef over video chat who guides her through a recipe virtually. Fans seem to think they found Hailey copying Selena once again because she had also decided to start a cooking show. Hailey's series is called What's in My Kitchen and can be found on her personal YouTube channel. The series is filmed in her and Justin's mansion, with the first episode uploaded in December 2022. Of course, I'm in no way saying that Gomez invented the concept of celebrity cooking shows. I think fans are reaching a little bit, but that being said, of all things Hailey could have done, she decided to choose cooking. One of the biggest things leading people to believe that she copied is the disclaimer at the beginning of the show. Gomez always says that she is in her real kitchen and that it's not a set, and so does Hailey. But considering all of Bieber's videos are filmed in her home, it's only for YouTube, and it's called What's in My Kitchen, fans are a little suspicious. At number 6, arranged marriage. One pretty out there rumor that has been going around pretty heavily is that Hailey and her father, Stephen Baldwin, had marriage as their end goal long before Bieber was even in the picture. All of the concerts and red carpets and other events that Hailey was able to attend was because of her father. There are even red carpet interview clips of her dad saying he has Bieber fever at the premiere for Selena's movie, Monte Carlo, who they were supposedly there for. There's also a clip that has been going around of Justin making an appearance on The Ellen Show, talking to guest host Demi Lovato about how he thinks his marriage was arranged. Lovato asked Bieber how he and Hailey first met, and he replied, "In the wee hours of a Today Show taping." He then went on to say that he didn't think Hailey wanted to be there and that her dad had dragged her out of bed. He then said, "I'm pretty sure it was an arranged marriage, they set this whole thing up." He might have been just joking, but some fans beg to differ. At number 5, she was everywhere. As we all know, Hailey used to be a big fan of Justin Bieber, and there are lots of clips out there of a young Hailey in the background of various videos of the star at various events like the premiere of his concert movie Never Say Never and Selena's movie Monte Carlo. In February 2012, Justin and Selena went on a date to a restaurant in New York, posting a selfie from the date to their Instagram. Following this, a clip showing Bieber the same day outside taking pictures with fans came out, and who do we see in the background? Of course, none other than Hailey. So not only was she a fan, but she would also show up to places she knew he would be. She also attended every show he performed in New York, including his TV appearances. Recently, it also came out that Hailey used to be close with a woman who was known for being able to track down celebrities and meet them. The funny thing is, even after meeting multiple times, Bieber still just treated her like any other fan. At number 4, married fast. One major red flag I think we all noticed about the Biebers is how quickly they got married at such a young age after Justin's complicated relationship. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez had a relationship that lasted on and off from about 2010 until 2018, getting back together for the last time in late 2017. The couple was in full swing in early 2018, with Gomez and Bieber spending Valentine's Day together and attending Bieber's father's wedding in Jamaica as a couple. They stayed together for a while until reports came out that once again they were off. Just 1 month later, Bieber attends a conference with Hailey Baldwin, who he had a fling with previously, and they began to start dating once again. In July 2018, news came out that Bieber had proposed to Baldwin. That means that Justin had about 2 months of being single, a month of dating Hailey, and then they were engaged. 2 months after that, they were married. Hailey seriously wasted no time after Bieber's breakup to swoop in and lock him down. At number 3, the G tattoo. I think Hailey's decision to get a tattoo of the letter G is one of the biggest red flags of them all for a lot of people. Selena Gomez was first pictured with a tattoo of a small lowercase g on her neck behind her ear in June 2015. If you didn't know, Gomez has a younger sister named Gracie who the tattoo is for. Just 12 days after Gomez was spotted with her new tattoo, Hailey decided to also get a tattoo. The problem was that Hailey got pretty much the identical tattoo of a G in pretty much the exact same spot as Gomez. Hailey revealed afterwards that it was a tribute to Georgia, the daughter of a Zoe Church pastor, Chad Veach. Apparently, the trend was started back in 2013 and became popular within the church circles as a reminder to pray for Georgia. Why Hailey would decide to wait until 2 weeks after Selena got a G tattoo, I don't know. The tattoo could just be a coincidence, but the timing, style, and placement are all just a little too fishy for me. At number 2, major Bieber fever. One of the biggest red flags people have pointed out about Hailey is the fact that long before her and Justin were an item, she was a massive fan of his. I know a lot of women were big fans of the singer, hence the whole Bieber fever thing, but what set Hailey apart is the fact that she has a famous father. This allowed for Hailey to easily meet Bieber, attend concerts, and just really be in the same world as the star, even if it was just a foot in the door. There's actually a video of their very first time meeting, and Hailey is so starstruck that she barely says a word, leaving her father to do the introduction. Not long after that first interaction in 2009, Hailey took the fangirling to Twitter. In 2011, she tweeted at Today Show to see at Justin Bieber perform. First time we met was 3 years ago at Today Show. Crazy. The following day she wished him a happy Thanksgiving, and on January 1st she wished him a happy New Year. Of course there's nothing wrong with these tweets, but it just really proves that Hailey was far more than just your average fan. She tweeted about every appearance he did, complimenting him on the Oscars opening skit, hosting SNL, and one of his Believe tour shows. And at number 1, Jelena for life. Not only was Hailey previously a massive, borderline crazy Justin Bieber fan, she also used to be a fan of Justin and Selena's relationship. As I mentioned earlier, Justin and Selena dated on and off for about 8 years, and just a few months after their official split, he was married to Hailey. You would think that as a fan of Bieber, she would not have liked Selena, but it was quite the opposite actually. There's a photo that has resurfaced of Hailey smiling, holding up a magazine that features Justin and Selena on the cover. She also tweeted about the couple often. In 2011, she wrote, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream." Another tweet says, "She's beyond flawless and he's, he's Bieber. They're a perfect relationship." Hailey also tweeted things like, "Selena Gomez is so cute, don't argue," and "Selena Gomez is so friggin' good looking." Not only was she a fan, she was a big fan of both Justin and Selena, which only makes the drama even more interesting.
Number 10, brownie glazed lips. Hailey Bieber faced a ton of criticism after she made a TikTok talking about a specific makeup look she called brownie glazed lips, which is basically brown lip liner with a clear lip gloss over the top. In the video, she used products from her own beauty brand called Rhode. So what's the problem with this kind of makeup, and why was it making people so angry? Well, Hailey was called out for appropriating a makeup technique that's predominantly been worn by women of color since the 90s. Naturally, her video led to an influx of white influencers recreating the look and crediting her as their inspiration. As the trend took off, it became clear that this was going to be another case of the so-called boxer braids that was popularized by Kim Kardashian. The discourse surrounding this phenomenon is hardly new. In fact, it's part of a larger conversation concerning cultural appropriation in beauty practices, especially when it comes to trends that are popularized by TikTok and touted by influencers and celebrities. Although some people have argued that Hailey never specifically claimed to have invented the look, they do say that the only real issue would be that she didn't credit the origins of the look. Number 9, the Call Her Daddy podcast. As you would have expected, this episode was hugely popular because Hailey came through with quite a few bombshells. She came on the show to clear up the rumors that she stole Justin from Selena. She said, "As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and be thinking in the back of my mind, I wonder if that door was really closed. I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much compliant completely closed. She explained that a lot of the hate she gets comes from the perception that there was infidelity involved. To this day though, the exact timeline is still debated, considering that many fans think Selena and Justin were actually in a relationship when they got back together in 2018. Her comments did not go down too well with fans, of course, simply because of how much she talked about Selena. One user wrote, "The most disrespectful and annoying thing about the Hailey Bieber interview is the call her daddy girl not referring to Selena Gomez by name. That's weak and silly." Number 8. Nepotism backlash. Hailey faced backlash for her response to being called a nepo baby. While some stars have seemingly accepted the label and acknowledged they were privileged in that aspect, Hailey has done the complete opposite. As we all know, she's a daughter of actor Stephen Baldwin, who is also related to William and Alec Baldwin, so she was born into a family of stars, and that has undeniably fast-tracked her success. Some have also argued that her marriage to Justin Bieber also brought her the fame that she has now. Not too long ago, Hailey invited Gwyneth Paltrow on an episode of her YouTube show Who's in My Bathroom, and the two of them discussed the topic, given that they both come from famous families. Gwyneth made the questionable claim that she's had to work twice as hard as someone without her connections. Hailey, of course, agreed with her statement that celebrities like her and Gwyneth have it harder in the industry than regular people. These comments came off as extremely tone deaf, and it really set the internet against her. Many fans have since called her out for essentially refusing to acknowledge how she got where she is today. Number 7. Ignoring her guests. Hailey has had many guests on her YouTube series Who's in My Bathroom, but in May of 2021, she was accused of being rude to one of the people that she had on the show, Addison Rae. The two of them made sandwiches and sundaes while talking about their lives. At one point, Hailey asked Addison how she deals with privacy as a social media influencer, especially when it comes to her romantic relationships. In response, she becomes a little emotional and explains that she's had to learn to keep her love life private over the years. But viewers noticed that while Addison is talking, Hailey seemed to be focused on her food more than anything else. Even though the topics were pretty dark, she would be making silly faces while pouring sauce over her ice cream or spraying whipped cream right into her mouth. When the criticism really amped up, she explained that her show is meant to be lighthearted and said, "I just didn't want it to get too intense or too deep. I never want someone to come on Who's in My Bathroom and feel like I'm trying to pry information out of them or get them to talk about a subject that could potentially be sensitive or uncomfortable just for the sake of views." Number 6. Fan behavior. In response to the drama between Hailey and Selena Gomez, fans were able to dig up some evidence that proves Hailey was a Justin Bieber fan for years before they actually got together. Someone found a video that dates all the way back to 2012, which shows Hailey following Justin around while he was meeting fans. In the clip, you can clearly see a young Hailey in the crowd trying to get close to him, while he was busy signing autographs and meeting other people. The comment section under that post was filled with people that were trying to decipher what was going on. One person wrote, "It's funny because it looks like she wants to have a moment with him where he sees her and would talk to her because they've met before, but she couldn't get close." Which must be true given that the two of them were first introduced in 2009, so at the time of the video they would have met before. Apart from that, Hailey would also tweet about his relationship with Selena and how much she shipped them as a couple. In a deleted tweet from 2011, she wrote, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream." So it seems as though she was slightly obsessed with him in her younger years. Number 5. Argument on Live. In a Facebook Live, Justin and Hailey can be seen sitting on a couch answering questions about his Lyme disease diagnosis. They get asked whether or not he's scared about the diagnosis, and even though the question was directed at Justin, Hailey decides to answer for him instead. Midway through her response, he then cuts her off and says, "She was asking me." What follows is a long silence, and they eventually break into a bit of an awkward laugh. Justin says, "They're asking me because it's my Lyme disease. It's not your Lyme disease." In response, Hailey says that she's the one who's been going to all his doctor's appointments with him, but Justin then cuts her off again and says, "Listen here, woman." After that, they decided to end the live stream, but not before Hailey made a sarcastic comment about his attitude. All in all, it's pretty obvious that that was a very tense moment in their relationship. There were also several other moments that made it seem like they were really going through it as a couple. Months later, another video emerged of Justin telling Hailey to stop touching him and respect his personal space. So there was a lot of signs that they were not getting along together. Number 4. Arranged marriage. In 2020, Justin sat down with Demi Lovato on the Ellen DeGeneres show and talked about how he met his wife. He said, "I think because she was raised Christian and they found out that, I think it was an arranged marriage. I'm pretty sure. Looking back now, it was definitely an arranged marriage." He explains that since Hailey was raised Christian, her dad Stephen Baldwin decided to introduce them because he thought that they would share similar values and believe the same thing. Justin said, "It was definitely an arranged marriage now that I'm thinking about it." And even though Demi Lovato laughed it off and clearly thought that he was joking, Justin just kept on repeating how he realized it was an arranged marriage. marriage. Of course, he was only playing around, but a lot of fans have taken this interview as proof and totally run with it. In fact, there's been a ton of videos posted where people tried to use this to explain how their marriage was completely set up. Most people know that their first meeting was back in 2009, and it was actually all captured on film, so everyone can judge for themselves whether or not they think it was an arranged marriage. Number 3, drop the mic. In the midst of the recent internet feud, it wasn't long before a video resurfaced of Hailey in 2017 when she was a host on Drop the Mic. In the video, her co-host Method Man could be heard saying that the next battle will be full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album. Then the camera cuts to Hailey, who points a finger at her mouth and pretends to gag at the mention of Taylor's name. A lot of fans have took this as an attack on the singer and accused Hailey of continuous mean girl behavior, seeing as this video was from more than 5 years ago. This was one of the biggest ways that Selena hid back online. She was obviously very upset by the clip and took it seriously. She left a comment under the video saying, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." Interestingly enough, Hailey and Taylor have both been involved in drama over the years, either with social media or other celebrities, but neither of them actually had direct problems with the other. That's why the clip was so confusing to a lot of people, because the two of them were said to be on good terms at the time. Number 2, talking to Selena's fans. While she was on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Hailey also addressed all the hate that she's been getting from fans. She was asked if Justin or anyone in their inner circle has ever asked Selena to try to put a stop to all the hatred. In response, she said that she has no expectation of Selena doing that, but if that was something she felt was necessary, then that would be amazing. She also recalled the moment that fans stood outside the Met Gala in 2021 and screamed Selena's name while she and Justin walked the red carpet. Hailey said, "Yes, I could hear everyone screaming. I think there's a certain part of you that just has a numbness. It was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period, the end. But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day, that there was a part of me that was just like, another day, another negative slave." Hailey then hopped on TikTok to issue a direct message to all the people that were trolling her on social media. She said, "Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. That's my only request. Be miserable somewhere else." And coming in at number 1, pushed Selena off of social media. This is definitely what turned the internet against Hailey more than anything else. It was the idea that she essentially bullied Selena Gomez off of social media. When the drama reached an all-time high, the singer posted a picture of herself on Instagram, and she made a video explaining why she was going to be leaving the platform. She said, "I'm very happy. I'm so blessed. I have the best friends, the best fans in the whole world, and I just couldn't be happier. And I'm good. I love the way I am. I don't care. I'm big. I'm not. I don't care. And yeah, I'm going to be taking a second from social media because this is a little silly. I'm 30. I'm too old for this." She then went on to also delete her TikTok account. In the comments section of her post, fans united in her defense. One person wrote, "So sad that you have to take a break from social media and delete your TikTok just because of these mean girls." It was at this point when fans really seemed to pick sides between the two of them. While Selena's Instagram was flooded with supportive comments, Hailey Bieber's was witnessing a completely opposite reaction. Number 10, rude to a restaurant hostess. Being a waitress at a fancy restaurant will sometimes give you the chance to meet celebrities when you're working. TikTok user Julia Carolan was working at a fancy restaurant in Manhattan, and she documented her bad experience with Hailey Bieber. In the video, she said, "This is going to be controversial, but I've met her a handful of times, and each time she was not nice. I really wanted to like her, but I have to give her a 3.5 out of 10. Sorry." When the video went viral, Hailey eventually saw it and quickly took to the comment section of the video, and she tried to apologize for how she acted. She said, "Just came across this video, and I'm so sorry if I've ever given you bad vibes or a bad attitude. That was never my intention." She also added that she would like to apologize to Julia in person and thanked her for calling her out. Thankfully, Hailey had the grace to apologize to Julia, but it's likely that she wouldn't have even considered her behavior rude if she didn't get called out for it and the video didn't go viral. The truth is, you can really make out someone's character just by how they treat those working in the service industry, like James Corden found out back in October. So apology or not, this kind of behavior is never okay, but it's good that more and more celebrities are being called out for it these days. Number 9, racist tweets. Just a few days after she called Twitter a breeding ground for cruelty towards each other, Hailey Bieber got slammed again by Twitter users who had discovered and shared some of the model's old Twitter and Tumblr posts as supposed evidence of her racism and bigotry. It all started when she came to Justin Bieber's defense, after he revealed that he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and some of his fans said that he wouldn't have gotten it if he had been with Selena Gomez, which is ridiculous of course, but Hailey's response just caused the trolls to turn their attention on her. These fans then decided to dig up some old dirt about about her and succeeded at doing so. They posted screenshots of tweets and Tumblr posts dating back years that showed examples of Hailey using the N-word casually, claiming she came back from Florida a different race, and using language associated with racism against the Asian community. In a tweet from January 2012, she wrote, "Shut up before I smack you back to your own country." And then in November of 2013, she wrote, "To those foreigners who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so sorry your country didn't have pilgrims and Indians to start such a sick holiday." Yeah, that was pretty indefensible. Shortly after, most tweets mentioning her past were deleted, and Hailey then decided to close her Twitter account altogether. Celebrities often forget that you can literally find everything on the internet these days, and obviously Hailey's past eventually came back to haunt her. Number 8. The Nepo Baby shirt. If you've been on the internet recently, you'll have noticed that the dreaded Nepo Baby label is becoming just as popular as the term industry plant. But the Nepo Baby label specifically refers to someone who receives privileges due to their relatives or friends being powerful. Usually it means that someone is able to get jobs because of who they know, and most of the time it's famous parents. Amidst the growing criticism surrounding the Nepo Baby discourse and the fact that she refuses to acknowledge her privilege in this aspect, Hailey bravely decided to wear a Nepo Baby t-shirt, which to many people made it seem like she was proud to be given countless opportunities over everyone else just because of her last name. As expected, this only turned more people against her. Louis Pisano, a writer for Harper's Bazaar, then tweeted out the photo with the caption, "The Hailey Bieber Nepo Baby t-shirt picture gives nothing because she gives nothing. She's not personable enough to give this staged paparazzi shot for a viral moment any personality. She doesn't act or sing. She gets in and out of cars in beige and black YSL and has a skincare line." That tweet went viral, and the crazy thing is that a lot of people seem to agree. Singer Charlie XCX then chimed in and wrote, "I respect the Nepo Baby t-shirt attempt," but the keyword there is obviously attempt. Number 7. Cultural appropriation. Hailey Bieber faced a ton of criticism after she made a TikTok video all about brownie glazed lips, where she wears brown lip liner with a clear glossy lip gloss over the top. That was coincidentally from her own beauty brand called Rhode. So what is the problem with this kind of makeup, and why was it making people angry? Well, Hailey was called out for appropriating a makeup technique that's historically been worn by Latinas and black and brown women since the 90s. Not only that, but she tried to rename the look as brownie glazed lips, so for a lot of people that was the last straw. Naturally, her video led to an influx of primarily white influencers recreating the look on the platform and crediting her as their inspiration. As the trend took off, it became clear that this was yet another case of a white celebrity claiming to have started a beauty technique that has long been practiced by women of color. The controversy reached a boiling point when the topic began to trend on Twitter, and this is because the incident is hardly new. In fact, it's part of a larger conversation concerning cultural appropriation, specifically in beauty practices, especially when it comes to so-called trends that are popularized on platforms like TikTok and touted by influencers and celebrities. This one was a bit of a gray area considering that Hailey never specifically claimed to have invented the look, so the only real issue is that she didn't credit the origin of the makeup look. Number 6. Snubbing a fellow influencer. In June last year, Hailey was called out by an influencer who just happened to be a guest at her Rhode launch party. Beauty vlogger Iris Balin attended the launch party for Hailey's skincare brand, and she said that she had a terrible experience. She posted an Instagram video explaining what went down, and apparently the whole atmosphere of the event was off. She said the event was beautiful, like it was literally a nightclub kind of thing, but the girl gets there with her friends Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, all of her friends are there, but they have this corner that only they could be in. So basically, Hailey stayed in the VIP section at her own launch party. Iris said that she wanted to take a picture with her and was excited to hear about her brand, but Hailey refused to talk to her or even come near her. The idea is that when you're in a room full of influential beauty icons and content creators, you need to get those people on board with your new product. Iris said, "This girl didn't say anything, and it was the most awkward thing because there were people hovering to take pictures with her, to talk to her. This is your event, show up for your event, or have your rep people say something." But yeah, no, Hailey didn't say anything or want to talk about anything. Apparently, it was Kylie Jenner that eventually said a few words about the skincare line, but no one heard from the founder all night. Number 5. Allegations of cheating. Hailey and Justin, who recently celebrated 4 years of marriage, got together after Justin and Selena had broken off their relationship. But some people have always wondered if that was the whole real story. Interestingly enough, while she was on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Hailey actually suggested that Selena and Justin weren't as serious as everyone thought at the time. When she reconciled with Justin in June of 2018, Hailey insisted that he and Selena were not in a relationship. She spoke about their brief reunion and claimed that by that point it was just closure for for them. She said, "As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and be thinking in the back of my mind, I wonder if that door was really closed. I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed." She went on to say, "It was the right thing for them to close that door. It closed a chapter. I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on." She said that a lot of the hate she gets comes from the perception that she stole Justin. But Hailey insisted that the only people that really know the truth of the situation and what the timeline was actually them. To this day though, the exact timeline is still debated, considering that many fans think Selena and Justin were actually in a relationship when they got back together in 2018. But of course, only they really know the truth. Number 4, tone-deaf comments. A lot of the backlash against Hailey came when she invited Gwyneth Paltrow on an episode of her YouTube show Who's in My Bathroom, and the two of them discussed the label of nepotism, given that they both come from famous families. If you didn't know, Hailey is linked to Stephen Baldwin, William Baldwin, and Alec Baldwin, so she was born into a family of stars, and it has undeniably fast-tracked her success. Some have also argued that her marriage to Justin Bieber is also what catapulted her into the mega fame that she has now. This is mostly because Hailey tends to fall under the category of celebrities that are famous just for being famous, and is more or less considered a Hollywood socialite than anything else. When Gwyneth Paltrow appeared on the show, she spoke about being the child of famous parents and claimed that she's had to work twice as hard as someone without her connections, because apparently people are always ready to pull her down and say, "You are only there because of your dad or your mum." Hailey of course agreed with her statements that she has it harder than regular people in the industry. These comments came off as extremely tone-deaf, and it really set the internet against her. Many fans have since called her out for essentially refusing to acknowledge how she got where she is today. Number 3, ignoring Addison Rae. In May of 2021, Hailey found herself in hot water when people accused her of being rude and ignoring Addison Rae, who was her guest on Hailey's YouTube series Who's in My Bathroom. The two stars made sandwiches and sundaes while talking about their lives. At one point, Hailey asked Addison how she deals with privacy as a social media star, especially when it comes to her romantic relationships. But when Addison responded and started explaining that she has learned over the years how to keep her love life private, Hailey seems to focus on her food more than anything else. Even though the topics were pretty dark, fans noticed that Hailey would stick out her tongue while pouring sauce over ice cream and sprayed whipped cream into her mouth. Essentially, some people felt that she was rude for not paying attention to her guest on her own show. When the criticism amped up, Hailey then explained that her show is meant to be lighthearted, and that was a feeling that she wanted to convey. She said, "I just didn't want it to get too intense and too deep. I never want someone to come on Who's in My Bathroom and feel like I'm trying to pry information out of them or get them to talk about a subject that could potentially be sensitive or uncomfortable for them, just for the sake of views." Which, I mean, is completely fine, given that it's just the way that she wants to present her own show. Number 2, Justin Bieber's antics. After a video of the singer yelling at Hailey went viral, fans have wondered what was said and what the real story was between the husband and wife. In July of 2021, the couple were in Las Vegas to celebrate Kendall Jenner's new tequila brand 818 Tequila. After the night, a TikTok user by the name of Yanjeric23 posted a video of Justin and Hailey leaving the club with fans and bodyguards around them. In the video, you could see that they were holding hands as he yelled at her while they walked down the halls of the hotel. The clip went viral on TikTok with more than 1.2 million views, and it drew concern from fans everywhere. Before it was deleted, many users took to the comments to slam Justin for how he treated Hailey, although some fans came to his defense and said that he wasn't yelling at her out of anger but out of excitement. Then in September that same year, there was a video posted on Twitter showing Justin running away from paparazzi and fully leaving Hailey while she falls to the ground. Fans immediately took to the comments expressing their empathy for Hailey, considering that this wasn't the first time Justin just took off without her. For whatever reason, he seems to not care about the fact that he left her in an uncomfortable situation. And coming in at number 1, calling out Selena fans. Back in September, Hailey made an appearance on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast. She asked if Justin or anyone in their circle now has ever asked Selena to try and put an end to the hatred that is coming from her fans. Hailey said that she has no expectation of Selena doing that, but if that was something that she felt was necessary, then that would be amazing. She addressed the massive amounts of trolling she's received from haters all these years, when they flooded her Instagram lives with nasty comments, and when they stood outside the Met Gala in 2021 to scream Selena when she and Justin walked the red carpet. Hailey recalled that moment and said, "Yes, I could hear everyone screaming. I think there's a certain part of you that has a numbness. It was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period. But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day, that there's a part of me that was just like another day, another negative slave. Hailey then hopped on TikTok to issue a direct message to people that were trolling her on social media. She said, "Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. That's the only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please." So clearly by that point you could tell that she'd had enough.